west mua. Whilst we are sitting on resources, yetisika so nenso amanfo bre. Yetisika so nenso meburu nya adwuma. Yetisika so nenso yesika sema ye basa ma eka amene ye ayeda eka amina donko mu. What is it about African leaders? Edienti de no ma ye wo ye ntimi mfa mobra. I think say neda ye enfie be diosia enum ni ase diosia emiensa ni a ye tu Kwame Nkrumah ban na day. I'll check. And that day e be enfie diosia be emiensa ye tu Kwame Nkrumah ban. Kwame Nkrumah bet na ban so what the 7-year development plan buy that would be super pepe and the Kwame Nkrumah ye who industries ahodo ye who made in Ghana normal hodwa na edintre ha e wo man Ghana ha. And the Kwame Nkrumah ye hunu noma bebreba ye beti be dia hoahoa ye ho se Ghana for eti dia de sesa ye tu Kwame Nkrumah sa ba sa nante ebedru ha e dia pa na asesa nyina questions are we Ghana ni na wutie me na hwe me ha e wo se obisa ho but the assembly to him yen na na fe yem bonwuram na eni gesem bia na me boso not too long ago na me church look na go for bi ofia so friends say so tough man they are or else the Justice Information Center bupe no so for o se Kwame o kira se me fro na wanfa o kira na enro o kira se me fro na wanfa na ni se basa che Manchester United but no me friend is our wanfa me friend is our wanfa. Hey, commander, one side. The moache baby a wobia. And ra a year basa for gen woto she. Simple and tietia. Obiti baby that was now when you UEFA Champions League basa a cry a penesa. Yasha basa. DJ GQ baby I will be having moache. Roger Emmanuel the sportsman are gonna do
trophy.
Yeah, all trophy.
Yeah.
What they happen?
Say Bobo Champions League now we free moon yeah. Now we boy Europe no be there. That microphone on Mukasa someone the Europe for Kuma.
That's one clean and isa.
Say
that's the one can come where you be.
Maybe when you man for you hanging like watching you go about.
Brother boy come on there na go.
Okay, coming out of pay my telephone in a chance and some of the Cabane Friday at your bonnet when I feel so as I can you to a Senra had a Europa games in Equus and I wrote some of the Kudus Equus share going on the team I asked in Honorable Efrem Rich Manchester United and so a deep ready for Barcelona for second Honorable team back team summer qualify and I want some Eba da Bena Dronos Ebaso I want some in your answer Eba Fiamano Nelson Aldo Sergio Ramos as you are retired from international football wholesome by Bethia some dossier pa Christian Achucha some the late still on wholesome our Hanuman and pay atanasia ya the benefit doctor Nyahonya Hotamaku del Bibia Okase has a penny for influence coach selection our Hasano was war evidence Fabetuja wholesome Banafe Uromo FA Kappa games out Bassa Money League no and also Bassa and ano pay atanasia ya didn't in a wholesome some so prayer Ashefonafi yet for Nana Prempere British Botella and I feel could you say producer so we take today Emanano pay at this 7 by meeting at the Rocha Imano from the sports monarch mini
Joe Trade the writer Italian Seminole Mwepi se Pakistan for Tom Brown aye pinso se pinkaso she woto tetelete eno ana ya bone be ayatnasia and they yede nkomo eba na Christian Achucha Sam in some de would any chimness still ano Ghana for the ye mu pa san se o hwe timer news ne ba asase wo so no si ye wo Syria ne take man so a che se ebeto dwa se o Christian Achu ade chi ye no ebeto dwa se Christian Achu ye hu no na we pra kakrant ye no call hospital ja yaresa ade chi ye san so ba se ye hu ne na wo twi mienu echi ansa na eba beto dwa se abrantie no ye hu no na onka atiasefo asase hu no na obia boto obia ayekolem obia antiase na nkomo no wuduni chim ne sesendei as footballers abrantie ne omusi akan ne club side blasters obia omuna ye ntientie obusuafi a omebusuafo no hyede a omu sign the book of condolence na endra ena kojo asamoa abrantie kan no si akan ma Juventus boboko ne si akan ma odinisi ne ade a obon homodin pema Inter Milan so ono so kopiem obusuafi honom and an answer for Tribune on Bisanse, Kodja Samoa, one Christian Achu, Esia can of blasters no more. A dear sem now be canfa Christian Achu, now Branton or Casaba Cumuno, nothing in swing na tata o susa. Yenti Kodja Samoa.
We haven't discussed about anything like that, but definitely we will step in to help and support the family if there's any need of doing that. And probably I can't do it alone. I know we are a big family, so we will always do our best to support the family. Honestly, just a minute, okay. He was just one of the amazing people that. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That is a Kodja someone no Casaba community. I'm sorry. To me, Kasabi, we say area who sent papa. Neno and a former Black Stars of Ghana captain. Asamoah Baby Jet Jan, Edia to just say, or Shane Muson, any S footballers, any of current players, maybe. Ombesha Natchez or Moody, I say that to Nakwemu, Senabe on to me, I raise this Kakakra, Edia Bois, Christian Achucha Same Busiano, na a yen to me akoye, Nemum non pesomode football game back on Eddie Shesha so, Nemum no Becca, Ache S footballers in Nana Feno, or Momusia can be anya time nombra, now a mon fine and Shan and Tunakum said a bear on the ball football back one, on to me a raises ska Eddie Abois Trasam Busiano.
Okay, nti yefi sansem no so na atwa se we dey asebu sechita for ne se omo pitch no omo de beto no nti e be kakra no obekọ senya breku na chese Achu Sports Stadium na bibisa na
Accra Sports Stadium ko some stands back on manem no Christian Achu stands na nyina ko ni mani ade
na yenkai do na bia e fine. Okay, yefi on I find intermo some from onum say nyame yadoma on the 6th of March 6 March na onum say Independence Day no I was say afibia no yetimi yehye na afie si akan ari ehye Ghana enim nyam sanse na te say no etimi aboama nema akoyie pa na no enam so ma afiwe no Independence Day no celebration no ebekoso ewo ye voter ready ho na adwumede kese no ekoso na no nam so ema onum say empedefo yehye ka campaign for any clubs no meetings odo amamode tuja so nka Independence Day match no omo pese kotoko and afi has a folk airport na esan say Ghana League na eno course no ade March day 20 no ade Kumasi Asante kotoko e bank crane na omo ne has a folk ababo nti perfor ehye say anka omo ka no nyina bom na ka aye ba ko penti say bia league match na ye bo wie na afi bia ye 0-0 na ka obi afa point no ba ko ne abo penalties na ti say wa obedi nkunim no na afi the trophy no ahye won santi ye tubo anase ye tubo ba ko eku anu ma mienu na ati se bibia nso aye kama pa na owura kodofie no aye gaka chaban akase kakra achechirem ne enti a omodi kan apropose sa yenti ne se ma odituja
osi akonya ani fie kesen for say since kotokoni has bebo Sunday fifth bia ani mfa President Cup no enwurem preko arrangement is would not be fair enye yesu ye ni GF endi ni yie enka se chinkina ki e pese ebo President Cup no nti omunchi league matches ni bi ensign ade nipa kora ma park no dada yesa akoye outstanding be wu koju to nti no yen twatwa adwene hwe kwa betumi afa yen fa house of folk ni kotoko match o mebo no emfa nye President's Cup tie ni say omusi akana say league match ni o mebo ara tipenku a omeji om 1.1 point na the league ma 1.1 na omabo penalty e ko ba say within the 90 minutes no na obi adi nkunima ade penalty asam ni akokuru trophy.
Eteno yesema ura gaka chairman ura kodofia no ensema oditi jan rechi wakasa achechirim sika clubs na propose se omo epese omo jenso ano so wakasa achechirim yenti ne okan de fa sika sem no so
but you can say anka be ma enye ni view from your point of view ni sanka you be we know about 50,000 Ghana cedis within kuku kwa no uba usampa ubenya 30,000 nyina ni say e proposal aye free ho akọ get kotokoni has gaka member yen kwa bibi ma ohun chiri ohun ko chiri ma na sa from ma enti no ochina yame aduma 2 o'clock na yani kotokoni has be transit.
Okay, tell me some of what can they fast Casamano say, they are no betting Kuno, Ebenya 50,000 Ghana cedis in a video, but toss me no, and so Ebenya 30,000 Ghana cedis now clubs in the days, come some per 1 billion.
50,000. One catch, the last 2 seasons, 50,000.
I'm some per 1 billion.
There's some good to my queen money. Okay, you finish now and they about Ghana Premier League Limited. Nina and say Ghana Premier League and day in pin for the abetu just say enche ebedin ho efri the Ghana Football Association for semne no kwa ejina as an independent league and as an autonomous league na che say ye no so ye hwese nyama beti akoy wo hono no 18 Premier Leagues nyina no obia omo ye meeting da no ade a e wo World Trade Center Premier League clubs obia de the representative e ba ya omo to adwen e fa new league format omo de e ba no e ba yi efri e ba replace the Bet Power Premier League no na udwo ni chemu omo kan send on this omo de sponsorship e be ba and afi sika on be generate afi so udwo ni wemu na che say league clubs no 18 Premier League clubs na no obia e wo one share na mom no Ghana Football Association e wo one special share omo no omo so omo de omo involvement be kan na tumi aboa na league na tumi akọ na mom teams e be demote omo na so be ko relegation no omo de omo power no omo tumi no e be ma division 1 clubs so ya promote omo ba Premier League no omo so omo be chombo bre e wo league no mo and afi omo so be special bank account e de ama the Ghana Premier League Limited and so bank see they will call the registrar general there Ghana Premier League Limited no ya register chese bibia nhye na Google na koma ekoso ye togbe afede the 14th no and we bia chese meeting no da no chese o hwe nim se bia betumi akona koma no sanso dia to bia se clubs ni nyina obi a wo hwe agento ato atumi course a chese obi a ready I committed say in the ompese Ghana Premier League no independent ete no ho every Ghana Football Association and me pemu no all update be ba efa Ghana Premier League no de ho nkomo ebebrem e wo dwumedi no so
Yemvremu awo Accra House for Koma Kache Onem se na same ena audio bi betuja se coach Serafco Mantage ni driver ena se one obi eko kasa so de sansem ni nyina betuja se ne eko so House of Folk na supporters kamunimu anka coach ni kwa kambo board abasanse ono de bia of fight erima players na mpenifo bia omo House of Folk no omo influence coach ni selection coach no anajo 11 pm 12 am na coach ni da hotel laptop ho a ohwe kwa mafasa house baby ni match obeye selection baby no ɔde kɔna prefer twetwem as why budget na de akɔkɔma vida watwetwem hu no yi place ni bi afrim ɛno ana saa asɛm no ɛbɛto Japan ɛna Dr. Nyawo Tamakru ɛyɛ House of Folk board member ɛsi ɔde obi bia wa wo kase House mpenefo no influence player selection ɛwɔ House of Folk no fadin no ɛfa betuja yenti Dr. Nyawo Tamakru
as Accra House of Folk stands now. Apart from being a member of the Council of Patron, the highest decision-making body of the country. So I have been right and explain certain situations that are being pushed into the minds of people. It's not easy to get the thing running. And I can assure you, if you like, you can call the coach now. If there's anyone, to my knowledge, who has been telling him what to do, he should name the person immediately. I throw the challenge now. Call the coach, you have his number, and phone out from him. I'm sure he can communicate with you. He is a straightforward person.
Anu yesema Dr. Nyawo Tamakru di tuja nwechi ana osa ka mo bibia te se decision se ye mpamu players bi Muhammad Alasan Fatah Muhammad ni other players aka nyina no enye board na no mo ye coach no decision
whose name I can't immediately remember, were not or had nothing to do with. It was a coach's suggestion. Indeed, some of us protested against it. I personally wrote the coach, and I have a letter. I can show it. I can get it on my phone for you. And even at the point when we met him, that he should, if you stay at that is overweight, make sure you bring the weight down because.
Dr. Nyawo Tamakru and our responsible di atuja.
Your friend so na and then on our children when you let us say bet Power Premier League ambassador the MTN FA Cup round of 16 matches and I bet me about to say and I would when you fixtures no esi ete no muko pemwa theater of dreams no dreams FC or mujuno manaso no Liberty Professionals at the pempem so so na kwesiada matches e no Cape Coast ebusuan drafts on Kotoku Royals and airborne Legon City so no any Volta Rangers be Shesiaka and Akpando House of Lions any Sky FC and so be Shesiaka we a Southern Zone nemo no Sauba Northern Zone na say in the city Eduana Stars any Kumasi Asante Kotoko ena Asia Siakan o Nana Ajimambedu Park we big game palm eba so King Faisal so betene fie no omone Stephens FC e dia ball out you so any Sama Tex be Siakan ena nso acheman so any DBB United enso be Siakan to any sena MTN FA Cup no esi etie na watchi sena matches no esi ebetie no na yeko Women's League no so no Malta Guinness Women's Premier League oko Northern Zone say ena fixtures no esi etie Pelpia Ladies any Dream Stages be Siakan Supreme Ladies any Ashtown Ladies ball Tamale Super Ladies any Northern Ladies and ball Fabulous Ladies any Sandy Soccer Academy and Subeshi Siakan Ampem Dakwa Ladies also any Prisons Ladies ball and afeno over Southern Zone na Tanda Queens any Army Ladies ball Soccer Intellectuals Beshia Berry Ladies Sasuna Lady Strikers any Faith Ladies Ebeshi Siakan and Hazakes Ladies sono any Isiam Socrates Ladies and so Ebeshi Siakan and afeno Ridge City any Police Ladies sono Ebeshi Siakan tuition na fixtures no esi etie Malta Guinness Women's Premier League no mu.
Dr. Ofosu Asare local organizing committee chairman Arima 2023 All African Games na wasa timi basene emperifa postponed area call 2024 and wakasa na wache chirem sene nientia jumede ne entimi emaso ene se AU and afi anoka entoka kesepa ena eda omuntem enuti ena namsa emperifa postponed na wasa so dia tuja se nietu ni de was say incentive timi boa na corporate bodies etimi bem na omunye sika na enye sadia
It's not only that problem. Ghanaians are saying that we don't have the facilities, and that is why it's been taken away. We said one. I'll come to that. One, the umpires has actually tainted the brand, and we need to polish the brand. How do we polish the brand and market the brand? It will take about a year to do that. You concede, but you need to be tough on some occasions as well. We said, General, why we cannot have it in January? Because we are having another important tournament.
Dr. Ofosu Asare a local organizing committee chairman 2023 All African Games and amutise wakasano.
Ye jina we so na ye too far sa akwama no ne de amono ne nsem kakra en saka no na ye de abremo na yenko endra udu ni chi mo de chese Europa League no etumi eba so na afi no okọ Europa League na say na fish results no esi ekọ Nantes etnefi ema Juventus etwa mo kamien so mo ntumi ante sa so na Monaco etnefi ma Liverpool ne be chomwe eshomwe kamien so mutimu etimu mieno sa so na no gina net na fie ama Sporting Lisbon de chomwe kanaya omontumi ante PSV tnefi echi Sevilla ebomwe kamien no omoso no omontumi ante ena afi no ukọ Germany Union Berlin echi Ajax ebomwe kamien sa omutimu ba kudos ena share go no ema Ajax bobo koneso no omontumi an qualify sa so ena Stade Rennais echi Shakhtar Donetsk ebomwe kaba ko omontumi ante AS Roma echi Salzburg ebomwe kamien no omoso omontumi ante ena afi big game no eba so Old Trafford Manchester United ejino monaso echi Barcelona eyom ho adwuma ekamienu Barcelona timitimu bako na Fred ni Anthony mo ranti boy na last 16 no say na qualified teams no esi etie Man United, Real Sociedad, AS Roma, Sevilla, Shakhtar Donetsk, afeno Union Berlin, Sporting Lisbon omunyina no oma qualify Arsenal, Real Betis, afi Fenerbahce, Feyenoord omunyina no ena Juventus, Real 04 Leverkusen nyina teams a omso qualify ko last 16 na uko Europa Conference League no so Anderlecht etne fiachi Lugodoret etwa kamio no timu ba Club Brugge echi bobo ko fen Lazio edom boy obi ntumi ahye ne nyonko Partizan Belgrade etne fi Emma Sheriff Tiraspol etwa kamio so timu ba ko Sasa Dnipro omo ene Elena Kai boy obi enu etumi hye ne nyonko Gent echi Karabakh etwa ka ba ko ntumi anti Fiorentina so no echi Braga etwa kamio so timu mienu Lech etne fi echi Bodo Glint etwa ka ba ko ntumi anti Basel so no echi Trabzonspor ebom kamio no a omso omontumi anti intende wudu ni chiemu ewo Switzerland 11 AM and a draw no baso inteno Arsenal ne United omuntumi hia isanso munyina no mo the same federation na emom no ometumi hia Juventus ne ade into do ni chemu dia 11 AM and a draw no betumi atodwa Europa League no na fe Europa Conference League na teams so ma qualify eko round of 16 no enyina na de ho komo ebebrem se draw no etumi
final matches no say between 9th match and a first league no no se because tie di si na mum yakọ na mo brother for Sergio Ramos at the age of 36 or so retired from international football and of course our Paris Saint-Germain so Serbia bibia betimi akosi so e dia mamunti amena ne ko e di 7 days nyame adoma shine na 12:30 ene ye nhia na afi fa gode nsem fambro our power 97.9 FM so na prepare British ma Botela and afi kojofo say producers am teach man no pay ye di ensem ne e ba me din e di Roger Imano from the sports monarch mini
George the writer Italia.
Okay e jemu e di ama kwamenka
ene be sesa
Oh, but they have a good coach. Andra, or say Ejumano, Sibling na, or say 2 players on one year Jumano, or say Anthony, or say on running behind the defenders, and Otuminia go. And also Fred Sono. On around the John, no say or share game or say I'm rather than the John. I said mosquito or something. I'm the whole side. And a person go. It's a place or taxi on Nobia. Very fantastic.
You want to answer you, but Wabra Mukomuntia we have one birthday. Gasmin wine, Casimiro. I'm because I got tell him about me. One tell him, can I know to you? No, that's all I was saying. Oh, there be me play about Casimiro. Okay. Yeah, tell you happy birthday. We will be out to about 1-2 now. We sketch at 2 baby. Lewandowski senior and the other so called. Now, Casimiro, baby. Happy birthday. Solid birthday. That's a regular NFL. So George, the sports writer, Italia. Oh, and some now more can involve movement and a casafa greatness. Oh, that's one so out here. What kind of book beyond? Na book no katafa back we are be no. A casafa kesi also be ubedi. No, they call ukonyina na utie. Ubedi ube kesi wa brabomu. Na wase se what te fa kwa what te wade so. Na oma ye kesi oma di ni nyina no. They moved. Omo they move ye. Now what to die so so. Now the other be our catch on so made America say media and ye ember with that. Unless that's what so unless I one move it to another say media me a Ghana me sika kron mine me o my me ye die e wo me so ye die nkom se wo me so me your man me wo enipa anase mo mabuna o ma be o mutira bo be na ebesi me ye na when to anamon e be masa greatness na dan ne wadia ene ye wo ye kwa e da so kwa ye kwa ba ye be ko Nigeria onso akaka kra be mritie wa mu no na omo ba beto aba meto aba kira na ansa na bato no be ba no normal bebre asi e wo Nigeria wo campaign ahodo a eye political parties no eye na ye wo omo reps e wo studio ha se ya ye no omo ba betwetwe nkomo wo abra ye boy tonton sansan men ko be bia mafidie ni na
Fapa na menya bosia e dia tre medjuma yimu
kai kra mabre menya bosia ato taxi fufu Suhum Rural Bank
Yemamu akwa baba Suhum Rural Bank ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ gadifo abosia ekuokuo bosia susu account and that's all our savings account me bada chain savings account and then the keka home. Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Now one so what to miaka say.
Suhum Rural Bank ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hours.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks. If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehin papa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema mwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ gadifo abosia, ekuokuo bosia.
Na trase asamaba. Na sawote. Konkoya. Na trase asamaba.
Asam de bia ba ebusuafo power 97.9 afen so TVXYZ ni braso se yebebo ye tonton sansan che bia kasa ne yebedane no na de akọ ye poto kasa mo fi se ye kọ Nigeria ye ne anuanom Nigeria fo eba bedi nkomo afa omabato eba be koso ye ochina ekọ bransa na ye be kọ nsem ni mu na mamu hunu se de Nigeria emfonyi ni city of Zena asambia asefem etoye esiye omumpedi for back what didn't want to see was opeso ye senator in one of the states I think Enugu state Enugu east senatorial race no waka be ye owura oyido chuku enra yante asem de se abonefo bi to share no so ye bonu to a almost no job. In fact, you beba sasem so wa bran komo twetwe no koso. But answer na no ye ni yefie nkomo kitu e bi tie and na daily graphic at the report we buy. No just a routine child immunization vaccine shortage hits health facilities. Let me read a bit of the report. What say there is widespread shortage of some vaccines used for routine immunization of babies from birth to at least 18 months. The situation has the potential to increase vulnerability of children to diseases the vaccine seeks to protect them against. Bijina wa. Once wo ba foforo na eya ye so manum edru. Sa edru na ye de so manum no. Eya na ye se ejina etia eye 6 killer diseases including emubuo yade sa akwara ne babubu. Ene yade bi te se measles ene ne honkro ne ba. Ene ye kasa yete ye Ghana. Sadia ya nanka free meresantini ni ya na da ne da nyina yesoso mofra ye num yi ye say eduro na shoto and report we nra na me ne akura da ko ye bobo ho wa ha no na mo dwense aguro bi no eye asam kese pa for the past 2 months in and I'm sure say awufo ni bia mutie ye hwe no me ye sure say mu betimi akọ even beyond the 2 months I report what say mokwa asupiti wa bra mode mofra no ko say enso manu maduro no ye ka chem say aduro ni bi ni ho question is say for the past 2 months ni mofra ye momo ye enso maduro yi ye nim say ni nsu aso and say yade kro ya enu nti ye enso mofra ye enu maduro pese si hu kwan no se ya nso mofra ye anu maduro a yade ne betima nya omo no adenti na Ghana Health Service pani no woda so te ba bi otie obo bia mfa ncheche mu bia maaye adenti na health minister woda so te ba bi otie mo say yesi kasem mo sanso beku yema no Ghana for muntie o yesi kasem wa wo hoi o ma say no ye de ka e ka mene ye da mena donko mu bibia ni we kire se aban we ani abre a wo ba be so yesi kasem ntoto ya no there's nothing adwenesi asa maye we awie ye ma no so mo ye daate no so he de omode ye omo immunization ko Nigeria I'm sure say they are not hit by this shortage Uko Togo, I'm sure say they are not hit by this shortage. But Ubenya Kwabnani or Baba sure say and I'm Russia and Ukraine talk and Asadi Wayaba. Ubenya Kwabnani, I'm an Abekasa say we are true. And the Ghana Health Service boss is still a post. Health Minister is still a post. Wabra yemma enkwa. And I yedi agro. Yababa so. Yene mpanyinfo bi bekasa, yene abenfo bi ebekasa, e wo saa asem yi ho. Yen jama ne nko. Yene ombekasa wabra ye kwa yanim e wo dwumadie so but for now, yen kwa Nigeria and mebesisa kasa no e de akobrofo kasa mo and Nigeria is running to the polls of course to elect new leaders and this is expected to happen tomorrow. Nigeria as we speak has 6 geopolitical zones. Southwest, in terms of voters, we are looking at 17,958,966. And Southwest votes now. We are talking about Ondo State, Osun State, Oyo State, Ekiti State, Lagos State, and Ogun State. APC candidate, Bola Tinubu, who comes from Lagos. And then as far as the Northeast geopolitical zones are concerned, we're looking at 12,542,429, and the states that encompasses the Northeast are Adamawa State, Bauchi State, Borno State, Gombe State, Taraba State, and Yobe State. The PDP candidate is Atiku Abubakar, who comes from Adamawa State, and the APC running mate, Kashim Shetima, also comes from the Borno State. And then when you come to the Northeast and the Northwest, we're looking at a voter population of 22,255,562. And then the states within this area are Jigawa State, Kaduna State, Kano State, Katsina State, Kebbi State, Sokoto State, and Zamfara State. Peter Obi, Amanfo Kikasa, that is that is his powerhouse. That is supposed to be the powerhouse for Peter Obi, the Labour Party leader, who seemed to be the darling of the youth of Nigeria. Peter Obi's running mate comes from Kaduna State, and people are saying that per this permutation, this is expected to work for Peter Obi going into the elections tomorrow. Now, talk about the south area voter population. We're looking at 14,000. They said projected it was screened, so 14,440,714 voters. And within the south area are Akwa Ibom State, Bayelsa State, Cross River State, Delta State, Edo State, and River State. Now the PDP and Atiku's running mate, Ifeanyi Okowa, comes from the Delta State. And then within the southeast, we're looking at 10,907,606 voter population within that area. Abia State, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and Imo State. The Labour Party candidate, Peter Obi, comes from the Anambra State. And then within the north central area, let's look at the voter population, the north central area of Nigeria, a voter population of 15,363,731 voters. And within that area, we're looking at states like Benue, Kogi, Kwara, Nasarawa, and then Niger and Plateau, as well as Nigeria's federal capital territory. So these are the areas that encompasses the north central state of Nigeria. Now, something interesting happened yesterday. Ora Oyido Chuku, waye Enugu East Senatorial candidate, Abonyefobi, Emimfobi, Etoshe, so Bonitio, and we're hearing that they even touched him, Nekano, SSN, and Nenkofobi, so Ekano, almost April prior. But Sabra Yekase, Openia, now didn't want to say, or per se, Wajina as senator, Ewo, Enugu East Senatorial race, Washe, in fact, Enam, Abonyefo, Jumedia. Omudi ewono so you bet me the videos no ato so na amafo ehunu said na Tibiani city Al Jazeera say no more reporter here
was attacked on Wednesday night. He was driving along this road in a convoy, and when he got to the spot, you see that wall there with the black soot. That's where some armed men opened fire. They killed him and some of his party supporters, then set fire to the car. The car has since been removed by security forces. And if you look up along this road, it's a place where it's mainly shops. but a lot of the shops are still closed. That's because people say they are nervous, they're not sure what is going to happen next, and they're just taking precautions. And when you ask people about the mood here ahead of the elections, they'll tell you that things are tense and some of them are nervous. They'll say, try not to leave the city center, try not to drive out of town on the roads because you could get kidnapped or you could be attacked. There have been lingering tensions in the southeast for decades now. Some people here feel that they've been marginalized by the federal government in the capital Abuja. They say this area has not been as developed as much as other parts of the country, and that's why some of them are agitating and taking up arms and calling for separating from Nigeria one day if that is the case. A lot of the elders here say it's about frustration. Young people feel that their needs aren't being met, they're unemployed, they feel marginalized, and that's why they're taking up arms.
Okay, young people feel frustrated, and that's the reason they are taking up arms and, of course, sort of advancing their anger on the system. So that's a report there by the Al Jazeera over the killing of the one Oyido Chukwu, the Enugu East Senatorial Parliament, of course, candidate who died in that incident there. But Yamra Studio now, Yamfan Komono and so Otumba. Lukman Tayo Bakari, I hope I've not butchered your name, or a director market and public affairs, Tinubu Shetima campaign, within West Africa, okay, Tinubu Shetima campaign, and I think so, or APC, Greater Accra chairman. In fact, it's in the studio, and we're going to have a conversation about the Nigeria elections. We're looking at the dynamics, and no man for Bejina so at the Atwab already, Al Jazeera report that some of the issues that are of interest to the youth has to do with the high unemployment, the bad economic situation in Nigeria. So going into the elections, how is that playing out in terms of the campaign message from your side, the APC? Good morning to you.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. And I think the report you just gave now, may the soul of the barrister rest in peace. Very unfortunate that we have such situation. But I need to call our attentions to our youth, and I will appeal to every youth to get involved in politics, not because you want the money, but if you are involved, you understand the dynamic of governance and politics very well, and you know who and who to call to order. We are talking about, I was listening to the lady, the reporter there, the Al Jazeera reporter was saying that the place is not, the southeast wasn't developed and the government have not, that's why they are attacking. And which of the part? We have 3 tiers of governance. We have local government, we have state government, and we have federal government. We have some roads that are meant for local government. We have some road that should be done by state government, and we have some road that should be done by federal government. So our people, do they understand that? Are you calling the attention of your state government that, look, this road is a local government road? Are you calling the attention of your local government?
You'd rather that they call the attention of the local government.
You need to, if I cannot, a federal government cannot construct a road that meant for local government. Local government is receiving allocation every month. State government is receiving allocation every month. It's like I've given my wife money to go and buy food stuff in the house, and she decided to use the money to buy hair or clothes. And my children are coming to me, Daddy, there is no food in the house. Can you accuse me of not providing food? Because I've given your mommy the money for the food, and she needs to provide it so that we can have food to eat. That's exactly what is happening here. Every month, every local government collect allocation from the federal government. The state government receive allocation from the federal government. The local government receive security votes from local government, from federal government, and the state government receive security vote. All these security don't supposed to happen in the state as well, because you need to use your security vote to secure the people in your state. So our people are not doing enough investigation. I'm not saying the federal government are perfect as well. That's the reason why we changed the previous government, which is the PDP. The southeast you are talking about, that is the stronghold of PDP since 1999. And they've not been able to point to one single infrastructure for good 16 years. There was one particular infrastructure the southeast, my Indigo people have been requesting, which is Second Niger Bridge. That bridge has been on ground. They've been saying they will do it since 50 years. PDP campaign we did in 1999. The campaign we did in 2003. The campaign we did in 2007. The campaign we did in 2011. until we get them out. They couldn't do one single pillar on that second Niger bridge. But when APC came in, we started the second Niger bridge in 2018, and we have completed it last year.
Right.
So that is one of the mega projects in Southeast, and many of the road, the southeast road, the west east road, and many other projects in Southeast. So we have done enough on infrastructure. This government under President Muhammadu Buhari has done pretty well.
In effect, what you're saying is that the concerns by the Nigerians within that side of Nigeria are misplaced. Is that the point? You're saying that it's misplaced.
Very, very misplaced. We need to start from charity begins at home. Let them question the state government. The state government should be accountable to them. The local government should be accountable to them. Many of the state government don't even conduct local government election. So how can you have government? And the closest government to people are local government.
So the entire, what do you say to the accusation that's been held against the APC that look, you've supervised a country that is hit with high level of insecurity, mass unemployment, general economic misfortunes. I mean, to the point that we were even discussing it before we came on the air, that a lot of Nigerians are hitting social media with a new craze called Japa. So they are Japaing. They are actually running away from their country and then showcasing how they are living literally in heaven in other countries like Canada. For instance, if you look at the statistics, the number of professionals that have gone into Canada as far as the labor force is concerned, if you look at the number of immigrants, Nigeria tops it all. So what does it say about what you've supervised over for the past 8 years under Muhammadu Buhari?
Yeah, that's what I was saying initially as well. The issue, people should not look at it that insecurity started under this government. In Nigeria, we don't know. In Nigeria, before 1999, we don't know what they call kidnapping. We don't know what is called Boko Haram. I think you've been hearing of Boko Haram, how they are killing our people in Northeast. We don't know anything about kidnapping before 1999, before we came to this Fourth Republic. Boko Haram started in 2009.
Yeah.
Kidnapping started in 2008. We were under the government of PDP. And the PDP left power 2015. They couldn't solve this problem for almost 7 years. These are problems we inherited, and we've been fighting about it. When you go to Northeast today, where we have Boko Haram, they will tell you it has been minimized, it has been reduced. We are fighting it.
But that's not obvious. I mean, if that were the case, then why do we have incidences like this? Few days into an election, someone who is in a senatorial race is shot and killed. And I remember what happened in Lagos. A peace pact was signed. Why this?
Yes,
if there's security.
There is, politicians will always behave as politicians, and we always have a peace accord signing that, look, all you guys, it's not about taking gun. Sometimes a politician can speak and his followers will start misbehaving and vandalizing. That's exactly what I told you initially about the security vote. Every state governors are chief executive of their state. We are practicing presidential system of government.
Okay.
So if you are collecting security votes, that you supposed to take those money, give the traditional rulers that, look, this is your territory, make sure people around here. Make sure I don't want a lawless attitude.
But someone should be supervising.
That should be the governor. You don't expect the president from Abuja.
And who supervises the governor?
The president. But the president,
has that been done?
It has been done. But you have a president has a limit. The governor has immunity. If the governor tells president that, President, I don't want you to come to this state, or if you come, I won't attend to you. He has the right. He is the chief secretary of his state, and our governor should be responsible enough. That is what I'm telling you. We appeals to this next president that they should take away the local government election from state and put it to INEC, so that we can always have local government election, because that is the closest government to the people. And you need to look at it that these are at the local government level. We know ourselves better. The problem started from local government to state to federal. So which means the local government is the most important.
Okay, just a moment there. Let me get on the phone lines and bring in the man from the PDP. That's Chief Victor Walako Nyweri. He's a PDP chieftain and Ghana coordinator articulated agenda 2023 articulated agenda. So we'll move to a point where you would have to sell your candidate and tell us why Nigerians should be voting for your candidate. But for now, we are looking at the general issues. I'm sure PDP will be one of the political parties who will be raising this issue of insecurity, the economic situation, as I bring in Chief. Chief, good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Okay, so I have Tayo in the studio, and he's advancing an argument that, look, the issues that many are raising, for which many even feel that the Labour Party will be able to break that jinx and will be the savior, which has got to do with the economy, the insecurity situation. Tayo is advancing an argument that, look, it's got to do with the local governance structure, which should be the immediate solution to dealing with the situation, and has nothing to do with the federal government, because the federal government has in place systems that will see to it that these things are done. And so it's not entirely the story that the blame should be put squarely at the doorstep of the president, Muhammadu Buhari, and in extension, Tinubu. What do you say to this?
No, the argument varies over there, because the insecurity, we need to say that politics is local. And wherever you are doing politics without giving power to the local people, you have to get insecurity. During the time of PDP, I believe what my brother, the APC man, is saying there concerning the local government elections and local government leadership. During the time of PDP, we make sure that we have local government. Because in the local government, that is where the development infrastructure and all these things they are talking about will come from. You will not be in Abuja to control something that is happening in another local government. The APC, when they are coming on board last 7 years ago, they told us that they are going to restructure Nigeria. That restructuring is one of their campaign strategies that they used to convince Nigeria 7 years ago. And it was very unfortunate that after 8 years ago, the government of the day, which is the APC, did not do anything concerning the restructuring. The insecurity today in Nigeria, I can tell you that it's very, very high during the time of the APC. Because when PDP was on power, it was only the Boko Haram we can hear, which you can testify and bear me a witness of this. This over kidnapping and assassination of political elites and all those things is not there.
Are you suggesting to my listeners, I mean, both home and abroad, I'm sure there are Nigerians listening to us as well, that under the PDP, there were no instances of kidnapping and arrest?
There's no such of it. You see, in every country, you must have insecurity, but if it is 5%, you will not count them for insecurity. But wherever it rises to 30 to 40% to 50%, like as I speak to you today, I'm supposed to be in Nigeria by now to make sure that I cast my vote tomorrow. But let me tell you the gospel truth. My own community, nobody comes there. Because I did not register vote in Lagos. I did not register in any other state. I register in my own community because politics is local. But because of insecurity, most of us now, we did not even go to cast our vote. While I have been casting my vote in Nigeria since 2003. But this year, I am not going up, and I'm representing a second political party in Nigeria. But I cannot be able to travel to my community to go and vote. So the insecurity during the PDP time and now with the APC-led government, it can never be compared.
Okay.
The only thing is, yes.
Okay, I was just going to make you hold on the line for me briefly, so that we can deal effectively with the elephant in the room. And when I talk about elephant, Ghana can also relate. We can deal with the elephant in the room. The elephant has to do with the third force, and then I will give you an opportunity to sell your candidate and then tell Nigerians why you think your candidates will be able to win the election. So the elephant in the room, which Ghana is obviously relating to, has to do with the third force. Because back in 2008, there was Dr. Papa Kwesi Indum, who rose from one would say nowhere, and then people thought that look, he would be able to break the NDC MPP hegemony. Now here in Nigeria, many are arguing that the emergence of Peter Obi, especially from the south, and I'm coming to you, Chief, especially from the southeast, is a threat to the PDP, looking at the fact that Peter Obi has been part and parcel of the PDP. He's a threat, isn't he?
You see, we are really glad in the emergence of this third force. Because if it is not this third force that erupts today in the Nigeria political space, I believe that whoever that wins these elections will be doing as they used to do before. But the issue of this third force will make sure that whoever that wins the election now must make Nigeria work again. So I am very, very glad concerning the third force. But what I'm trying to let them know is this. You see, politics in Africa is not politics in the Western world. Sometimes they used to give us the example of what happened in France and what happened in other Western world. In Africa here, you have to be on the queue before you become the president. So when they when they compare the Western world, I told them, listen, we are not in the Western world. We are in Africa, especially in the West Africa.
Yeah.
You must be on the queue before you can be able to achieve the presidential seat in the West Africa. So I started to count it for them, that those that have already been on queue. My candidate, who is Atiku, has been on queue. He has been on queue.
Yeah.
This is the fifth time now that he is contesting this election. It's not that he is not the capacity or he's not able to win the election by then. But you have to be on.
But the youth who are supporting Peter Obi are saying that your candidate Atiku is part of the problem. It's part of the face of that problem. They want phased out of Nigerian politics, for which many are jackpying.
Do you remember if my candidate is the problem, why do Obi accept to work with us in 2019? I didn't think we win the election with him in 2019. Will he say that we are the problem? The only thing is that the Atiku whom the PDP have fronted today as their candidate, Atiku is somebody who is the capacity, who has the capacity, who is the health, how will I say it? He has the intelligence and the knowledge to handle the state. Because you see, those people that we are seeing, they control only the state. They were the governors of some states in Nigeria. So being a governor, you don't have even the veto power. You don't have the power to control anything in the federal. So the governorship they handle is not compared to Atiku, who has been the second best position in the Nigerian politics or in the Nigerian government. So I think Atiku is not among the problem. But he's among of the people that are supposed to solve the problem. Okay. Because he's somebody who knows how to control his own business. Watch all the whole companies that Atiku has in Nigeria and how he has been managing them for years. The man has been the second person in the custom in Nigerian custom. The second position in Nigerian custom from 1970 something to 1980, end of 80. So this is the man that we know that he has the capacity to come and repair the problem of the Nigeria. That is not the cause of Nigeria. It's not the cause of the problem in Nigeria. So what we are saying that Obi is a very good candidate, like I used to say in other broadcasts, that he is a very good candidate. But the issue is that the party he belongs to now don't have the capacity to win the election based on how Nigeria declares who will be the winner of the government.
Okay, thank you. Just hold on the line for me. Let me bring in Tayo. And Tayo, that goes to you as well. I mean, when I talk about the phase, most Nigerians want phased out of the Nigerian political, the politicalnomics. Of course, your candidate, Tinubu, is also part of the problem, most Nigerian youth are saying. To the extent that they even feel that the Labour Party will cannibalize your votes going into the elections. True?
That's the story they are selling for you. My candidate has been a man that has done so well for himself and for Nigeria. The democracy they are enjoying today, you should call out Obi. Where was he when my candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was fighting the military, the Babangida, the Abashas, the Abdusalam? When he was arrested, his house was burned down. He was maltreated in 1993 when they annulled Babangida annulled the June 12 election of which Chief MK Abiola won. Where was Atiku? Atiku was dining with the Abasha then. It was Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that stood up that fought them. He was detained. When he escaped to exile, he was sponsoring Nadeko, and until when he got those military out. If not for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would they be having democracy today? This Obi was then selling toothpaste, he was importing toothpaste and toothpick to Nigeria. Then he was not hiding anything. He was in think and working with Abacha then. So these are the people. My candidate is
he's a force to reckon with. Who? Here you are talking about him, Peter Obi.
Peter Obi,
he's disturbing the system. Is he not?
His Excellency Peter Obi is my big brother. He's one of our leader. He's a former governor. I need to give him the respect. But what he's selling out is not representing. Is the main message that he is selling out, that Nigerians and the youth are following him, is he wants to take out house from consumption to production. You should ask him.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, you should ask him. When he has been a billionaire of over 30 years, he should tell us which companies he has built in Nigeria. He has the biggest supermarket in Nigeria. 95% of product that are imported. So why is he talking of production today? Why is he not doing the production for the past 30 years that has been importing, that is messing up our economy? When he's frustrating the Dangotes and the rest of them that are making production, and he will goes to abroad and import tomato, import what he can produce in Nigeria. And he has been doing that for over 30 years. And today he's talking about production. We were talking about the local government. Obi was a governor of Anambra for 8 years. He didn't conduct local government for 1 year. He didn't conduct one local government for 8 years. My candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, conducted election as a governor of Lagos State 3 times under 8 years. This is the man. From 20 local government, he expanded it to 50. He created another LCD, 37 LCD. Yeah. To take governance to people, and that was when former President Olusegun Obasanjo had problem with us. No, take it back to 20. He said no. Lagos is big, the population is high. I need to take governance to people. And Obasanjo said, I will not release the allocations of the local government. He said, I'm okay. And Obasanjo did not give local government allocation for good 4 years. But Tinubu was running the local government with state money, that my people, the governance must go closer to my people. This is the man that has done it. This is the man that, as a governor, he brought Aaron electricity, IPP for electricity, for Lagos State to have his own independent electricity. Obasanjo was in opposition. Obasanjo frustrated him. He allowed them to bring it down. The Heron that the IPP is there today is generating 920 megawatt today. Atiku and Obi should tell us what they did as a governor of Anambra. Obi should tell us he should tell us how many grid.
Right.
How many megawatts he had to the national grid. So these are issues that we need to face. These are what have you done yesterday? If I'm coming here to get a job, you will tell me what are my experience, what have I achieved. That's what will attract you to give me a job. So these are things that we are talking about.
Since you're moving into the realms of legacy, let me take you to the last rally that you did in Lagos, Nigeria, where Bola Tinubu, your candidate, stood on the platform, the campaign platform, and was quite confident about it, especially when he was eulogizing President Muhammadu Buhari, who many say has been a total failure as far as Nigeria's developmental progress is concerned. Now, he eulogizes him and goes on to say that he's going to continue his good works. Wouldn't that work against him?
He can never work against him. Especially
when Buhari seemed to be unpopular.
Buhari is very, very popular. In Nigeria, at the last, in this Fourth Republic, there is no politician in Nigeria that is as popular as Buhari. Buhari has contested on no political party 3 times. He has taken 12 million votes. Nobody, I repeat, nobody that has ever done that, and nobody will be able to do that. Even Obi cannot get 12 million votes, as popular as he is. So when you are talking about Buhari, how can anybody...
I'm not talking about popularity in terms of fame. I'm talking about popularity in terms of his deeds, what he's done for Nigeria.
I'm coming there.
His approval rating is certainly down.
I'm coming there. That is when people don't know what you need to know what we met, what PDP left, what we met when we came to power. Our foreign reserve is like your bank account. Our foreign reserve of a country, that is what give you the international country, they will give you the respect. In 2010, our foreign reserve was $63 billion. Yes. When former President Jonathan came, he spent $34 billion out of our $63 billion. He left $29 billion in 2015 when we came to power. That was when Jonathan was selling crude oil at 100-120 average price. He could not add $1 to our foreign reserve. Buhari, as of today, he has taken it from 29 to 39. This is the Buhari that faced COVID-19 for 2 years, which oil sales even comes down to zero.
Yeah.
Buhari never hold allocations to local government and state government. He has been paying them. Under Jonathan, that was selling crude oil for $100, he cut the allocation of the state at 40%. These are PDP that they are so irresponsible, but our people doesn't understand that you can't eat your cake and have it. Buhari, everybody in Nigeria cannot argue with Buhari on infrastructure. I will quote the United States of America President Joe Biden. He said, he tweeted a few weeks ago, and he said, look, the reason why we are #1 economy in the world is because we are doing infrastructure. You cannot be #1 economy in the world without infrastructure. And that is what Buhari is doing. In 6 geopolitical zone, Buhari is as hard is infrastructure, huge one. We are not talking about 2 kilometers. We are doing 375, 400 kilometer railway, roads, bridges. I'm telling you about Second Niger that has been there for 50 years. PDP couldn't do it in 16 years. We have completed it and other projects.
Thank you. Let me bring in Chief. Chief, so there you are. I mean, he's throwing it right there at you that look, you've been there before. I mean, and of course they saw what you did. For him, he feels that look, Buhari has done so much. And that is the legacy that Tinubu should be proud to stand on, and for which the Nigerians will be voting for Tinubu. Do you agree with him on that?
To remind him, you see, when you see the campaign of his candidate, which is Atewaju Governor, His Excellency Atewaju, you will see that he has been telling Nigerians to vote me. He will not even tell Nigerians to concentrate in the achievement of the APC because he knows that the APC failed Nigeria woefully. Have you seen a president who will be campaigning and be telling them on his own personal capacity, telling them to vote him, forgetting that the party is what will make you, because you have to form your party from the cabinet. You have to form your government from the cabinet. You are not going to be the only person within the country. You know that the APC has failed us woefully. That is why he cannot tell Nigerians to concentrate on the achievement of the APC. So right now, when he's talking about achievement, that PDP did not, I want him to know that whom we featured as our candidate, who is Atiku was the chairman of the Economic Council in Nigeria when he was the vice president. Because in Nigerian politics, as soon as you win the vice president of Nigeria, automatically you become the chairman of the Economic Council.
Yeah.
And during the time of the PDP, when Atiku was the vice president, he was the chairman of the Economic Council, and that was when you hear that Nigeria is the highest economy in Nigeria, in Africa. It's not even in West Africa. That was when you were hearing that Nigeria is the great of this and great of this and highest of this and that during the time of Atiku Abubakar as the vice president. So when you come of talking of what the PDP do, did he remember that when PDP came on board in 1999, PDP signed up $18 billion that was owed by the military regime. PDP also signed up $30 billion. All this money, if you are following, you're a journalist, and I believe you are following the report that Nigerian social money is returning from Switzerland and returning from the United States. Those money that is being returned now was the money that the PDP signed up. You understand, during the PDP time. And now, even the money they are telling us that to do the second bridge, all the money that is returning to Nigeria now being used in infrastructure, I believe that we all in West Africa will be able to enjoy that infrastructure. But even now, they have reduced the money. Everything has reduced all the money that the PDP brought up then at the front, which has been bringing back to Nigeria now. So let me tell you, that when you talk of PDP, remember that before, if West Africa is monopoly of the PDP.
Chief, it appears I'm losing you there. If you could just move around so that the connection would be much better. Can you hear me now? Of course, if you can hear me, just let me know so we know that the line is clear. Hello, Chief. Hello, Chief. Okay, mess out the number, then we can continue the conversation. But so far, more wanted the air and Nigeria for about 2 hours cost or air cost or Tinano, and no one come out any AD. Was studio say a opinion, Wojnam Ediama, a year P, a year APC. APC na political party or wa be musabre Muhammadu Buhari ni party no omo na wa be musabre. In fact or chair normal APC aya for which reason ti Nigeria for enkoso a no mon to aso no mon timi breaki 8 na omo to ma APC and a Chief Victor wala konwari ono na wa homa no so na ye ne no ekasa wono so ekasa fa ne ntia e wo se Nigeria for APC free no more day PDP eba enti wobusa questions ahodo afa omusika sem na no kra omuse omusika ne ho kro no ba ene tia eno no etia APC eno ntia was a Nigeria for so nobody says abani. But let's do this right now. Nigerians have been speaking and they are the ones who are going to decide where the fortunes of the country would go to in terms of the polls. And this is what they've been saying in terms of the issues that will drive them as they go to the polls tomorrow. Watch this.
Nothing is really pushing me to vote because there is no cash. Then how do we vote? How do we get transport to go and vote to our centers? So that's the reason why I don't think I can go and vote. I want something good to happen. So I want to vote. No matter what happen now or what, I not say after the voting something everything go there okay. For my own understanding, I want to vote. My family, all of us, don't ready for that Saturday. So we are not going to do after today now. No work. We are going to wait for that Saturday to vote for whoever that we can.
Coming Saturday, I will indulge people to go out with their PVC and vote. Vote for the right person. You don't need to collect money from any politician before you vote. So just go there with clean mind and vote for the right person.
Those are some Nigerians on the streets of course, some parts of Nigeria telling us exactly why they're going to vote. Others obviously scared as a result of what they feel is the growing insecurity in that country. But let's get on the lines again and bring in Chief one more time and get him to wrap up with the point that he was making. And probably, Chief, as you speak, let Chief finish. As Chief, you speak to the issues, I would also want you to speak to what the folks in Nigeria have been saying about the elections, the fear that some have, and then the fact that, look, people are scared that the turnout may be low. Others also suggesting that, look, this is the time that we need to show our faces and showcase to the world that we have a voice. How does that hit you as well, Chief, as you wrap up your point?
Actually, that is being worrisome to all Nigerians. Like I told you when I'm starting my point, I told you that even myself since 2003, I used to visit Nigeria to cast my vote. But this time around, I'm not even traveling. Often I'm representing a very big party in Nigeria because of insecurity. You see, I spoke with my ward chairman yesterday. I asked him what is going on. How are we going to make sure that we deliver our food tomorrow? He told me, Chief, you don't know what to do because people are very, very scared. You don't know if people are even coming out because you don't know how they are going to come out because of this insecurity. You see, the insecurity in Nigeria this time is something that we don't know how to talk about it. Because in Nigeria, the APC have, you see, when government is not working, there must be much insecurity in the country. The government of the day is not doing anything good for the nation. So the insecurity is very, 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 very high. As I speak to you, someone who is contesting the House of the Senate was killed yesterday. He was killed yesterday after finishing his rally, driving home, and they ambushed him and killed him yesterday. Yeah. So you see, everybody is very scared from what is going on right now in Nigeria. But what we are trying to see, Nigeria election this time is very, very drastic because everywhere, everybody is fearing. And but we believe, you see, we believe that people are coming to cast their vote. Okay. But there will be a low turnout. Okay. There will be a low turnout.
But that may not work out well for you. I mean, for a political party that is seeking to come back, if there will be a low turnout, that may not work out for you, would it?
We have been able to calculate and see how where we are going to win our election. All right. Because we are an old party in Nigeria. When we have seen how that the past elections have been held in Nigeria. Like in 1979, we saw that whoever that wins the election in Nigeria since 1979 wins the North Central. And we focus on the North Central. And we believe that you are going to win at least the 3 geopolitical zones in Nigeria before you declare the winner. So we have to use the strategy to know how we are going to think during this our campaign to see that we are going to capture that. So all those rural areas, when we believe that the vote cannot be much over there, that's how we think, that's how we strategize to do our campaign over there. So we are not scared of the low turnout because it's going to affect us. No, it's not going to affect us because even if 10 million Nigerians come and vote tomorrow, we are going to win the election because we already have in our bank, our voting bank, we already have 2019 about 11 million votes that Atiku was banking. Atiku was banking in 2019. So I don't believe that there's no new candidate that is coming now who will be able to, first of all, get that kind of vote before he can be able to emerge a winner. So we are very confident. We are very confident that we are going to win the election tomorrow. And the PDP will come back to power to make Nigeria work again.
All right, Chief. Let's see how that pans out. Thank you very much for your time. Let me bring in Tayo. And Tayo, just relating to what Chief was saying. Look, peace is really paramount as far as Nigeria elections is concerned, and all eyes are on Nigeria. Even Ghana is looking out for Nigeria. For which reason we've had to spend this time talking about the elections in Nigeria. Are we going to see a united, peaceful Nigeria? Because since 1999, since the 1999 Nigeria Fourth Republican dispensation began, there has been, correct me if I'm wrong, there's been no election held without people losing their lives. Are we going to see a different one tomorrow?
Yeah, I think everybody should pray for us. Anything that is good need prayer. What is not good enough need prayers as well. But I'm telling you, this election will be one of the most peaceful and credible elections. President Muhammadu Buhari has said that, and that is the reason why you could see the naira scarcity, and he doesn't want people to buy votes, and that is the reason why they brought that policy. It was not well implemented, but he wants to achieve that politicians will not have money to buy votes, so that the mandate of the people will be there. I think. My brother, they should always calm down on this insecurity issue, and they shouldn't scare the international committee. The chief of staff, chief of army staff has spoken, the high GP has spoken, and Mr. President who has spoken that everybody should go out and vote. You will be secure. And I have to tell you, if I think we are very unfortunate that we lost Barrister Oyibo, and this election has not been so tense. We have not seen a terrible things that normally happens.
No, but look, I mean, Oyido Chukwu.
Listen to me. That part of Nigeria there has been an insecurity even before the election. There has been killing there in southeast.
But this is what 72 hours to an election. A candidate dies in a manner like that.
It's just like you could when maybe tomorrow you could see a crisis in 1 or 2 places, polling units, and you are saying that there is problem. No, we are
downplaying it.
We are having 176,000 polling units all over the country. Nigeria is a big country.
Is the political party in power seeking for a re-election downplaying this?
We are not downplaying it, and we are up to time. And that is why I told you that all the security agencies, they've came out. Mr. President has said, look, all of them, the PDP, the Labour Party, they are praising Mr. President about what he's doing, even about this the naira scarcity. That look, I will prevent all politicians to buy votes, and that's exactly what is happening now. You see, we should not be speaking because we want to win debate or we want to put out information there. We should not mislead people, and our country will be there after election. There is a country after election, so whatever you put out today, you can't withdraw it back. This is my brother. I was expecting him to be campaigning about what they did on infrastructure. When I came to this country from 2000 under President Ajekun Kufuor up to 2016 of John Mahama.
When you jackpot into this country,
so that is 16 years of governance. We have seen massive infrastructures in this country.
In Ghana,
when I came to Ghana, there was nothing like Sekou Dubai Bridge.
Oh, really?
There was nothing like Malam Malam, I live in Dansuma. There was nothing like Malam Bridge.
Okay.
There's not Kaswa. I went to Ridge Hospital. I was looking at, am I in California?
Oh, really?
The Ridge Hospital. So these are infrastructure that has helped this country, Ghana.
So infrastructure is key.
You cannot have economy without infrastructure. I don't understand why people say economy. What is economy? What makes it work? If you want to have a good economy, you need to have a good road to bring food from urban area to from rural area to urban area. You need to have a railway that will bring food. You need to have a good road that will take those foodstuffs to airport, to seaport, that will export it, that will bring foreign reserve. So what I was expecting you to ask him is 16 years of PDP. He should just mention one infrastructure they did. He cannot mention one infrastructure they did in 16 years. A government of 16 years. I'm mentioning few one I know in Accra that they have done in Ghana yet. On 8 years of Buhari, we have done 375 kilometers of road.
You're wrapping up for me.
Yes, yeah. That's 375 kilometers of road. Abuja Kaduna road. We have done Lagos Ibadan railway, 127 kilometers. We have done Lagos railway, Lagos Ibadan road, 136 kilometers of road. We have done second Niger bridge. This is a project. I don't have time. I would have listed almost 200 projects we have done. But let's see how. But he should tell you that these are things that Nigerians will watch when they go to poll tomorrow. Okay. Other issue, there is no country, any part of the world that are not having challenges, and there is no country, any part of that this COVID-19 has not affected. There is no country that is not facing inflation. Yeah. So these are part of governance. So you should look at the challenges every government face and the other one that doesn't face challenges. With COVID-19, we should still survive. Even America has inflation. UK, they are crying inflation everywhere.
Thank you, Tayo. That's how much time we allow us for. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
We're wishing you all the best as you go into the elections tomorrow in Nigeria. Nigeria decides. XYZ Broadcasting Limited, your election powerhouse. Adie bi efa battle ho bia ye de bremo. Babetima catch on to said ye abedwa for the kind and say the Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Irabo would declare now say election no mube hold war every part of Nigeria. Armed forces, any police for any security agencies, you don't be kono. O my crado. Some be defended or mine kabi mami kabi memo at all costs. They are going to defend the democracy of Nigeria at all costs. And this is an announcement from the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo. You told Zanzania de Beramo, Inchebia for you Cassia Beberamo, our job as a Juma so power 97.9. Daniel Waba, pa, she.
If a cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin papa na menya bosia, edia tre medjuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre, mi ye bosia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema mwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye wonhye ya hodo bi te se dwadifo abosia, ekuokuo bosia, susu account. And it does all savings account. Me bada chain savings account. And the keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422918696. Na wonso wetu miaka se.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many or Accra.
Sure.
Emission check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks. Check.
AutoChecks. Your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks. If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre mi busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Eni da so wɔ hɔ savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Na won so wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Me Dwabo Ase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crash.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks. Check.
AutoChecks. Your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks. If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre mi busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Eni da so wɔ hɔ savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Na won so wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Me Dwabo Ase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crash.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks. Check.
AutoChecks. Your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks. If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre mi busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwakwa Baba Sohum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekuokuo bosia, susu account, and it does all savings account. Me bada chain savings account, and the akeka ho. Sohum Rural Bank was 034229186. Now one so what to me aka say.
Sohum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Sohum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Dwabo Ase.
Sohum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Auto checks. If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Sohum Rural Bank.
Sohum Rural Bank.
Yemamwakwa Baba Sohum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekuokuo bosia, susu account, and it does all savings account. Me bada chain savings account, and the akeka ho. Sohum Rural Bank was 034229186. Now one so what to me aka say.
Sohum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Sohum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Dwabo Ase.
Sohum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Auto checks. If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Sohum Rural Bank.
Sohum Rural Bank.
Yemamwakwa Baba Sohum Rural Bank. Won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekuokuo bosia, susu account, and it does all savings account.
Yeah, Kane now is here. Bet my friend 0244 068447 and 0248 712812. Don't miss this. Come and get screen for free. Agorayanti free. Yanko.
Come and fida.
Yeah.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
Na kwamie.
Yeah.
Nyezo. Share. Kwam noa. We go pay Dr. Kwabnadufo.
Yeah.
Ni nomination from Snowfire. Mo kwam huni madi bako. Say na omanfo hwe yen papa. sir. We could do about what we say, Mr. Lovely. What bedroom? Lovely. Kwame, what say? I did be a remix now. Uyama jail no. I cry Friday one year. I know we can.
And yeah. Oh, no. Almost. Dr. Dufour. And can I say? Oh, call Dr. Dufour.
You do call him.
And I'm conference today.
I will say one year remix Libya. And I will say,
my goodness.
And I will say, Richard, I have my press conference. I'm not Dr. Kwame Dufour.
Why, I don't know any my John Mahama. I almost say your remix.
I will say, remix, maybe. I will say, is it? A dimba nina remix my jam no me do about oh Mr. Lovely waba
be madufu
but more than be madufu na be say Richard Ahagba anya press conference it
is a Richard Ahagba press conference
my remix na mo nyoma na woto e wo hono mu DKD let's say Dr. Kwabena Dufour DKD obeba leadership
NDC primary is about the brute
easy because a month and year of picking of nominations.
Wow.
Eti wanga kofa but I didn't say the beauty of it is a beshana woman ya NDC for we say mita oyechi we na misusu say oya babu anti woman nyina no mu say enije kwanso na John Mahama osuma ora alabiko fa ni forms no
prof
na ya asumdwe kwanso eno anso no Madam Gloria Huze ono su kofa no ono su sa asumdwe kwanso na wom nyina nti otumu sa de no democracy internal democracy no na wom go so
ba efini bia bakrom yes say de commerce ya ba no we ya manwani a ye study fi say we de sika no ba squad beje ye jiri a eduru a
ye be kire ade ye go ani eti kwami amofa piki form so she uko anyaso utuoma Elijah Junior kwakofa uko Tema West Rashid ako family forms uko Krowo constituency mati se engineer ni papo ako family forms uba la dadokoto pon a mati se MP no wo ho incumbent MP no Rita Dole what say wako family forms sasu na osuklote kole Zenato
Dr. Zenato Ajman Rollins
easy
so afane dia
onuso ako family forms
Ablekuma North right Ablekuma North so mati se Ora Fred Achite onuso ako family dia yesi bomoma no mo body na chi no
Enyeje na was go promo Tobu constituency Elijah Junior ko fan from some say eh na Elijah ding no say she senior mebu no tugu na chipa wo hono enyeje enti usha mebu no won crowd
ena nkomo no so ekokokoko so no o hwe ododo say wo say eh he na one free
se won hu say bia wa mo hu modern wo bia na wo kan no wa ni dwumaye wa mo hu modern nti denti na yensan fa baby fufuru fa ma
okay
o se wo hwe uni ye na okonfo no ye ga o se chukuchan unim chukuchan
no so dey
Chinese
fiada
no Kwame enye easy kra enti omafuguso na Ghana Medical Association one twelve penyin ma tise no so no wakofa forms no be Titus
on
yes.
ticket bay
NDC ticket sana mate
what it
atisem
be also confirm
Kwame mami ko daily graphic e wa hanum no dey about chem say editor de ma daily graphic ora asma or the najuma ba na wie enti sabe mpanifo aja no kwan e wo honum na no pe wo mudi hu amanebo aba na Ghana Health Service no mudi arehemu nsema aba say vaccines na ni ho no enche kra no ye benya bi wo man mu
enche na seche say
so what say wo tutu niama
etika report na ma bonten say vaccines anywhere akombe kasa
nka won kasa ko be
o say covid by omudi mirika be press conference
covid
na way immunization vaccine ni
abebua mofra o ma Ghana yenda achi no
matira okopim say ye report na mo be ka de
wanga edi
ko
Kwame asemfufa daily graphic dia ba enim ha no ochem se adwumadi bi a national project ayen fisha nanga warrior se mofra a wo munko school be se impim a song 70,000 wo benya kwanya no akọ school e wo selected 29 district mu e wo eyaman mu nyina no wanga pa hotuma intina no pe daily graphic abo ho amane ma me ko Ghanaian Times mu ochem se nipa ba nan bi wo mekuwom osre ni ba ko enefe afoforo ba nan so wonga pra ne nyina nam ahinsem mintimu ase a erikoso ewo chirepone entenam sunti odi owura Ambrose Diary ni foni aba ewo Ghanaian Times enim ha ne anope
Basen for you in anima mbombo too much
very dang
asa na ra ho bi
ade ne dos
mfonyin ne story no so ko
Ghana wo Ghana
asama ba
over 30 million
wohwe mfonyin na wotu nsa asama ba
oh yes asama ba enti Ghana Times de homa ne bo aba asem foforo Ghana Times de aba kwabena dufo ne nsem no ewa ha na mbom ochirem se parliament won adopt CI a ebebua se yadi Ghana card nkwa be ye so document yadi be registration going to the 2024 election registration of voters still mamika na potokasem registration of voters parliament adopts CI to make Ghana card so registration document yes
ya doctor say
yenga je atum say constitutional instrument fufuru a eye electoral commission e dey go to parliament say won hwe say wo be bobo wo be je atum say be ye na yedi Ghana card nkoa be ye ade abetem say wo kwame anami kofi a meti he ye nipa benu say mi kofi mi ye Ghana ni enu nkoa na be ye ade be ya sensu dia obetimi dia ko register na ode akoto aba 2024
asoma me pese be de toto de dom kuma no na no ye te ye wa mane bom so mo ye say wo mo mpere masa ade we e ma no me de toto ho abisa say eno no na kire say ye de ne abedru ha
enia ekoba ani say eno ase anu bye bye debate ekoso parliament enti ni nyina kanfu ya no ana won kire mu say won adopt na say won age atum but tie senia times reporting ni na nkrata no foforo nso e de abachem say eno anu na nya easy e wo parliament a na chem say majority ni nyina no wo mu chem say sa ade no e heated argument ye papa e wo parliament a medu so a me di sa nkrata no bebrel enti but Ghanaian Times are reporting no kwa me anya me nwunwa kra enti eyi suso e wo Ghana Times mu ma me got the Herald newspaper na asemi ode about chem say aban lawyer pani attorney general and waka chere chief justice and justice Honyenuga okache say eye oponi asem no wenti me de ni nyina wie enti mi fa asem no fa koma CJ no pe otemu afofofo no metua so enti no nsu asem e wo Herald mu e wo hanum asem America no Herald de aba wo eye isi nsensem mu no o se anodom preharu na drisu enefe ayeni wo mu nyina no no ano wo fi won se e de kire eye abatojumaku epani isi boss se omu se omu tunsa frɛ na oma de biada wo frɛ no wo parliament anko ni deputy nko na eya na okɔ na sa si afufura odi abenum nka omra no mekire mu mfa nkyerɛ mu so ni nyina mu no wankɔ
ba ya adopt
ne kyese yenga jatum ya adopt mrani ni yedi mrana ba
kodo me per explanation
eti mranu
me per explanation
say na mrani te eti ya adopt
ya say ye koto aba
samini ubenu
yeti card na be ye
no samini ubenu yeti ye na dia tum say ex natural mineral water no ene ye benum ene dwuma mu hampanifo asanga ase say eyi nkra ni so ye benum won adopt eti enu ya ni ye benum tititia Asafufa Herald de aba kwame eyi arehosem kan eye general and as head of programs edima muntie FM osange morning show obeye morning show host eye omansofo nana yakwache watana nana musiere ochana nyakropon adoma wo besie no ohia no se agawe agro na efe mu bosco o se miji chama wakra nana musiere nyankropon fani kransi yi kwame ho asem ni e wo Herald mu ena no pe ode aba chronicle na medusu sa abre justice Honyenuga nsensem kroya no ena agi chem say sa be kura wo bre aso enti fa asem ni nyina kodan eye chief justice asema e wo chronicle mu kwame na no pe eye ayam hyehye ani sei ukodu la pasa eye traffic light na wona nya djuma na
so we dey nya news
kwame enti yenti na mamu hwe Kwame traffic light mu semo any for street light
say eya ye normal
agenti na what say normal
eya kan o te say I say doom so is a Nigeria for who say normal it o ba baby to say Ghana your drama no ne
Kwam
Ghana is a peaceful country they have light 24 hours
again
I am jackpotting to Ghana
Kwam sa a traffic light in semi any street light mu asem kwam asemi and nsem twerefo bi kokan enam suma
defend the politicians what your man wa
street light nya djuma
with the chrome street light nya djuma ana edura na do the suma wonam sumu asa what ye kura enkraya the capital city of Ghana
Enka bon ofi adokuru ye.
Obi fra manone ba no peso osusu eye oman bia ni mpuntu ba bia adura. Wo gina wo capital city infrastructure so ena di susu. Ba won kran ye wo capital city no ba adura na adura no nama ba bia sumtum. Esti beda no kona manone a on ka se Ghana ye kurase ba bi.
Ara Hussein Chronicle mu ena ewo Daily Dispatch. Yeah, Daily Dispatch. Now come yana HM say ondo si alanchramanti ye nti se medical buy no enya no kware
aka atonsuom
kwame
propaganda gomba
obanfo awon ewo etifi epoye etifi atoye enefe etifi epoye mantem north east region and HM say won any gas filling station. It was say one for be imra wong ewo honum informal so or the asemfufo aba or say NDC brought its own defeat. That is according to a informer or the Kwabnandu for Omampeni Dada Mahama Kojobo so and if NS Kwaku Kobia or the Sani Painful Abanina Ewo NDC Prime Minister Wabekono Emu Enano pay informer Duhu Amanebo about the Republic Press and on also Diaba or say NDC settles on Mahama. Okay. As NPP wallows in Baumia Alan tension. Uswom. Yes, NDC for one guy one did that. Yeah, then I did.
So MPP
so MPP did then Alan ni Baumia Tokoya Bria na Kokoso. Ewo honum nano pay and crata dia bakwam. Yay. Breni yadi adwuma. Yadi apem. Ampanyifu se uchare wodua so a anoma ubeje den.
Ediade
ubejebo etimi besi
eti obi atobo abo
kwami ma tisronko enkoma ra John Anani Agbozo and if you prosper dononu nipa benui Foster na Nagesh na no pemi momachi
meda se akrada ko wode emfonyi kese na bre sanso na machi kese pa nkoma honorable Eric Opoku member of parliament in Sunafo South constituency what yes I was say kwame ukomo. And of course, a very good morning to you, Honorable Kofi Adams, Member of Parliament, Buem Constituency, Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Kofi Amwabua, Baby Awobia, Yamwachi Anopay. But prostate capsules, that's one more John Soboko. What Bema na would tear me now, Johnson, Dada, no name, what papai. What to a yawa or Bema, what Johnson say, Biakem, what the any prostate capsules? A solar natural clinic, and I said, Drea. What the other drama so a Ghana for Mema Dodona and no my elbow mu prostate one by it and I would hear me myself prostate one sense who be see who quine who be the hujuma what the other prostate capsules was it John Soboko said my capsules so be more a bema ama what you made no so you fat we see ye ebe ye fat we see ni traba ye fat. What do you say? What go prama grosso by your fat and your zipman capsules your body part and say panyai will better than that. Dr. Solomon so kwame catch a Ghana man, Ghana member, you know, say what Bema na also now don't satchel bottom now what posa no when you the hair wouldn't say that we are not a chronomu be what the solak mixture and a banso intidena and sem fatal meuda intidena and sem fatal is your mama in a gugu winning in a solak mixture and a bit of this idea in Wujuma satin cannon swat yakwa whether a solak mixture your bonus salmon and is also trying. Oko Jeff shop a obenya bia shop atop and a fence so herbal shop ne pharmaceutical shops ahodoa e wa Ghana fara nyina obawura ma onsa beka bia to Solag Natural Clinic and this Henry Yaba from 0245 616 028. Make us a Franco Trading Enterprise and electrical appliances and the phones and the accessories no kwa na eko amafo dimirika no matu egu so if it's a buona wo modegia no at the form it will be a fun form. Uko Franco Trading Enterprise will be fun form. It's a buona da form. Say your Nokia, say your Samsung, say your iPhone, say your smart TV. TV ya the tally down one as I'm being a free 32 inches, equal 55 inches. Ubenya biato ewo Franco Trading Enterprise. Tabletop fridges, Franco air condition. Franco air condition no crowd that's for my Ghana weather no. Mama share it here. Ghana weather no ye Franco air condition my. It is said your Ghana weather needs it here no. Sa pepe na Franco air condition. Ejina said be ya demo be you wa bre wi na bo pa no. air conditions na yo mutai free miami ahodo ba no ya no mo de ebi enam say nim Ghana weather no say de city anything ewia no bo pa obo safe na emba ehyon so ba demo ba Franco air condition there guy it's free 1.5 horsepower equals 2.5 horsepower esanso ye papa ne bo no da fam obetwa download Franco Trading app no App Store and that's Google Play Store. Obetwa for Franco Trading Enterprise was 0246-422-338 and a 055-59-39311. Jake, Linda, and ne wapam for what Franco Trading Enterprise. Yenina the entube bomb di anwa kase still from Papa Perfie Health Alert Clinic and yade bi account bi atumrika na fa call Health Alert. Say yeah hypertension, say yeah fibroid, say yeah diabetes, say yeah chronic hypertension, say yeah stroke, say yeah now on Sunday TTT, say yeah typhoid, say yeah malaria, say yeah ulcer, say yeah prostate wounds. Yadia by Fakwadai Health Alert Clinic, and they yeah to be kind of call and Krabatana Dos, a Bio Medina, a Biswa Kaswa, Dwabo Ase, a shaman and a takrade. Why adwuma free Dwada kosi fiada memen dan so ka ho Dwada kosi fiada no why adwuma free anopa no so kosi awia nwumre mo no nan kai se nkrabata no bi o Medina ebo kaswa Dwabo Ase a shaman and a takrade kiki ne ya boan ma o nyina to mo twan mo from 0242518893 0242518893 and 0242518865 Health Alert na ye kono heba enche bia na Dr. Ope Frey o se kwam wonim say prostalinic mixer no kwam eno na eba manfo prostate ho ban wonim etikache atiefo ne ahwefo se prostalinic mixer no momfa no ade ehia no muntu wa na mo no munkotobi serebe ya oya oni o hawo mo fam wa bra mo dwonso eya wo mo fam wa bra mo dwonso prostate no emwa pega ye huhura ekese wo dia ne prostalinic mixture eno na beboa de woman say auto adro na Dr. Ope the number wo adaka no ho frɛ no obema wo kwankyerɛ serebe adro no nom ya na adwuma na tima ye ntentententen na ho atɔ ene monya mixture no de say wo ye obi a moja broso wo so wo ye obi a moja ne ntimi ne afurisa ne ye ntia na ohododo wo ye obi a yem tim tai wo so diabetes wonsem fichikomu how munsem wedrane enimonyam mixture said by your nimonyam besa dine wedi remela mixture so malaria typhoid crankro ewa candida infection wedumato aduane no kon wedrane remela mixture when yina ye nura Redeemer Herbal and Research Center Limited what the abedwaman so from 05444298083 and 0245014136 Redeemer Herbal and Research Center Limited with the Remela mixture and the Monya mixture and a prostalinic mixture and a Bajama so. I think you're gentle step. Gentle step. The steps must be gentle. Oh, what gentle step? I am more gentle. Yabema wa ho fena pai yabema wa ho fena samba say ye baby niane baby ntade baby fefefe na akofa ntade tantantan bi dia cha no atade no so kra ne bo denden sanso nya papa na no baby say wo yes wo twini wana atade nate ba ko gentle step mother care shopper o mo ntade papa yeshe da kraba adiama baby niane no so ye papa diapers papa breast pumps papa and I feel so baby cots, baby seats, baby walkers, papa pani be our gentle step mother care. And at Wabana, where you're doing penny infusion, Nintadi any be one. One cassa wash me tear me one tadiano, Ubenya be at all, a entire papa na nebwa sans warfare. It is a gentle step mother care shop. I was Spintex Road, Omo Bank, Pogas Furniture. When I have some bank no the DNA to say the prices are just unbeatable. And you just can't resist it. I'm sure say over the weekend, could you over call home? Charlie, I sure say you the expect. There's a Gentle Step Mother Care shop. Our Facebook or Gentle Step Mother Care Ghana and our Instagram here, Gentle Step Mother Care Spintex. Gentle Step Mother Care, your family partner for kids, teens, and you. Put your Dwabo Ase power 97.9. Yenyina sa sunsun we so ne to me kase we so. Na yen to me kan ko Solak Natural Clinic. Yen komo hwehwehwem bi e de ma. Ma hwe o TV SYZ. Hwe we ma me ye ba ye beto ankomo no so na Friday. Ye the Friday debate no so beba. Solak.
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre, me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Eni da so wɔ hɔ savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de keka ho. Press Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Na won so wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka ona.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Dwabo Ase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks. Check.
AutoChecks. Your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks. If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre.
However, is a common illness which affects mainly men due to their biological composition or makeup. Research shows that prostate enlargement in itself is normal as a man ages, but becomes dangerous when it gets to the stage of cancer. One medical feat chalked up by a Ghanaian medical officer and plant medicine specialist, Dr. Dwabo Ase, which has overwhelmed medical practitioners and manufacturers of orthodox medicine in the Western world, is the cure for benign prostate hyperplasia, BPH, or an enlarged prostate gland. This medical breakthrough, recorded by the Medimosis Prostate Center at Adenta Old Barrier in Accra, has earned Dr. Dwabo Ase, the proprietor of the health facility, international recognition for his outstanding contribution to the healthcare sector. He has accordingly been honored with several international awards, including the International Arch of Europe Quality Award, IAE, during the majestic ceremony held in Frankfurt, Germany in 2013.
Medimosis Prostate Center from Ghana is receiving the International Arch of Europe Award here in Frankfurt 2013.
Dr. Dwabo Ase came up with a specially formulated 100% food supplement called Prostacure Herbal Tea, used for improving urinary flow in men with BPH.
Before Medimosis Prostate Center came onto the scene, prostate issues were problems that were affecting men across the globe, and there was no definite solution to the problem except surgery. That's surgical operation, where we do either you do what we call TURP, transurethral resection of the prostate, that they take part of the prostate, or you do a total radical prostatectomy, which means that you take out the prostate with all its surrounding lymph nodes and things like that. And such operation comes with a lot of complications, and people wanted a reasonable alternative. And God being so good, we provided that reasonable alternative for the world. We introduced specially formulated products called Prostate Herbal Tea. This is a specially formulated product, 100% natural, 100% herbal. And Prostate Natural Tea is able to shrink the prostate gland no matter how big or large it is.
The prospective study, carried out in 7,000 patients between 40 and 70 years with varying degrees of enlarged prostate gland over a period of 4 years, showed complete improvement in their BPH symptoms within 2 to 8 weeks. Medically, what really is prostate enlargement and its related disorders?
Prostate is an organ in the male reproductive system which main function is to produce semen during sexual intercourse, and also it helps with erection in the male for men to be able to have sex.
Men, as we grow, we age, our prostate gland enlarges from the age of about 35 years or so, and it's just a part of complicated.
Prostate problems, enlargement, is something it's not a death sentence. It is something that can be taken care of if you take care of it in its early stages, and you can avoid having surgery. So when you go to your doctor and you get your regular checkup.
Women also grow and they get their menopause, and men also grow and we get our papapause. Our papapause is the prostate enlargement that people suffer from, and most men will go through that enlargement.
The major one that we mostly talk about is the prostate cancer, but apart from that, there are other conditions too that can affect the prostate. We have the benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is basically the prostate enlargement that we know of, and research has made us know that that is the #1 cause of prostate disorders in men.
My name is Reverend Osei Kofi, one of the 1965 Africa Cup winners. Growing, we know automatically as men, and footballers, as people know us, we know we will get it. Unfortunately, most of us, including me, had a prostate before Medimosis took over to take care of us free of charge until to our death, which this thing could have been done by the government, which do because of Medimosis, nothing of that sort has happened. Even recently, I noticed that there was something wrong, and when I went back to check, he was asking why I have been delaying. He was expecting us every month to just report, which is ever prepared to just cater for us.
I saw me John Botte now, Rubber Man, the intra Olympics. Now, Trinity Blaster. No, now, then, now, me share war. A hospital, or by your budget, how insurance, or a hospital, cash be no bagbo. Then, be me pite. The night, he like come here, he like prostate can be come. Lele, a quo fair, a every time no small ya jeme nteje po afi na nteje afi nyoje nteje ekwami ehami chufa nyeme pi ajeme oke shida wo haleju gba ke ekwe wo noko ne sani ma afi ahawo ma afi ahawo anya afi ahawo onyeme kumeko kwa amehechi ya meko nya amenye jugba atu ama meko ejom yegboi na anya afia hawo no na nkwa wo pepepe e hawo twufa shika this ade hewo
Mede Kofi Pare, former Black Star player, 1963-65. Esan say yare ya dia ya na se wo yare na se wo ni sika wo ho be kire pa e wu kra be tiaba enti o fa sa yi no ma ye no na je se eye adekase pa na o ye ma ye enti ye ka sisi ya po se ye de na se na onko so.
Good and affordable healthcare makes an important contribution to economic progress as healthy population live longer and are more productive and save more. Many factors influence health status and a country's ability to provide quality health services for its people. Health presents a challenge for all nations. Effective public health care systems are essential for providing care for the sick and for instituting measures that promote wellness and prevent diseases. The success story of the clinic cannot be overemphasized.
We got here in some reality right here. Turn up my microphone. Shit. Rest I better turn my microphone on. Shit. It's time to hear some reality. 204. Abdul Karim. What up? Nigeria, jaga, jaga. Everything's scatter. For one day, suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Nigeria, jaga, jaga. Everything's scatter. For one day, suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. I'm I came to your house. You know, take more than your wife. Went straight up to your bedside. Bossa. Say, fake now, you're down. Which I'm robber, no one money. Which I'm robber, no one Johnny. Now political and robber with that. Now waiting the girl, Nigeria ho. Nigeria jaga.
Areas destroyed during the January 27, 2002 bomb blast.
Gunshot in the air. Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. For man they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. If you say Kiyamo Pia, they lock him for jail for Abuja. Kingsley has been set day for year. Had they been there, 9 David all of them. Yeah, but inside prison. Everything scatter. For man they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air, what you say? Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. For man they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. For man they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Africa, please love your land. Africa is no more the land. We did grow. Hey, there's still that world. We did grow. There's still that world. What about Koja now? Once you go Waja, Nepa, once you regular. For one night for Nigeria, I get to Ikeja, 100 naira. West Coast City, not popular. Action film for Nigeria. This which I'm still doing now. He did lead big ride. By estate for Calabar. That Nanaberia Mafia. For Nigeria. Everything jaga. Woman, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air, what you say? Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. Woman, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Nigeria jaga jaga, everything scatter scatter. Poor man they suffer suffer. Bosa bosa, gun shot in the air.
Yeah, Sunday made my program about Abusu Kai. I had Muslim Baba here said the Hanus Namba and a high strong in free the Mukuhun Makola and I said Central Business District. Abusu come from so at the two shop to say they're no good at 4 kind of pepe.
Yeah, my and my said the business. Oh, and when you want to say Yadada. And
TV XYZ, the more you know.
Space for me in that dress.
I'm going to be watching you. There's fire on the mountain.
TV XYZ, the more you know.
Taylor has also been saying, well, if you'd not lost that election and had been president, what would you have done differently related to the economy?
What we would have done differently, I would have not borrowed as recklessly as they did. We would have borrowed prudently and would have taken better management of... would have taken better management of our finances. I'll give you an example. In the election year of 2016, we faced an election and we're going onto the bond market to borrow to cover some of our expenditures. We went for 750 million in 2016. And at the time, I remember in cabinet, our finance minister is here, said, several of our cabinet colleagues said, no, but this is our election year. Why going for only 750 million? And of course, the offers we received when we floated the 750 million were close to 2 billion. And some of our colleagues said, why don't you take all the 2 billion? We need the money, you know, because it's an election year. And I remember that day, he was in cabinet. There was a fierce argument, and I had to protect my finance minister because he had explained to me that, look, we need to borrow with prudence so that we don't overheat the economy and balloon the debt. And so we took only 750 million in an election year, you know, and that is the prudence in economic management. And that was the second year of the IMF program. The third year of the That is the prudence in economic management. And that was the second year of the IMF program. The third year of the IMF program extended into the new administration's period. They went on the market, even while they were in an IMF program, for in excess of $2 billion. And after that, it was $3 billion, $3 billion, $3 billion every year. And that is what has ended us where we are.
Investors are hesitating at the moment to come to Ghana. The economic situation is difficult. And I noticed you were critical of the proposals to restructure domestic debt. But nevertheless, it's a real problem. And investors will be looking at what your solution is to this domestic debt. In fact, and the international, you mentioned some solutions, the international, but the domestic debt is particularly difficult. And do you think that the proposal for a Ghana compact to re-establish the sort of some economic consensus around the way forward is going to be part of that solution?
I'm not opposed to debt restructuring. Debt restructuring is a condition precedent to get in an IMF program. And Ghana needs to do a debt restructuring to be able to go into a program. What has been the contention is a lack of dialogue and consultation with the debt holders on the domestic side. I know currently negotiations are taking place with the bondholders on the external side. Not the same treatment with domestic bondholders. Government feels it can just ride roughshod over them. So one fine Sunday night, we all relaxed at home, and then we had the finance minister, address the debt restructuring and announce how it was going to be done. 0% in 2023, 5% in 2024, and after that 19% in 2017, and then going all the way to 2035 without any consultation. I have been an advocate for dialogue. Before this whole crisis started, I advised the government, I said, hold a national dialogue on the economy. Give what the state of the economy is, and let everybody buy into it and understand. And then after that, seek a broad consensus behind the economic program. This suggestion was never taken. And then what we expected to happen actually happened. We had kept raising the red flag since 2019 about government's reckless borrowing program, going onto the Eurobond market every year for $3 billion and not investing it in the productive sectors of the economy, most of that money being used for consumption. And that is what has ended us where we are. And after you've recklessly mismanaged the economy, you don't want to make the same sacrifices. You're asking the people to make all the sacrifices. Sacrifice your bond, I'll pay you in 15 years. How do you know the person will live till 15 years? And yet, correspondingly, government expenditure is increasing. One would have thought that in this crisis, you're not going to increase your debt in this budget by 82 billion over last year. 2023 budget has seen government expenditure increase by 82 billion over 2022. That is not a government that is serious about making the same sacrifices it is asking the people to do. And that is our concern with this debt restructuring program. Apart from that, you don't let the driver who ran you into a ditch after you've managed to pull the car out of the ditch, see him sit behind the wheel again. And I mean, the majority itself, members of the MPP, have said, take this finance minister out. Bring somebody who the public will have more faith in, and because he didn't create the crisis, they will be better able to have a negotiation and sit down with this person and negotiate in good faith. But the one who's caused the problem is the one you are asking to negotiate with bondholders for a debt restructuring. So that is our concern with the debt restructuring. The implementation of this exercise led to a loss of almost 10,000 jobs in the financial sector. Apart from that, the economy was saddled with an unnecessary debt in excess of 22 billion Ghana cedis. This also led to a massive loss of capital that the Ghanaian private sector had invested in the collapsed banks and private investment institutions. The second is the catastrophic depreciation of our national currency, the cedi. An almost 52% depreciation in our national currency in just about a 9-month time frame means the savings and capital of Ghanaians have been devalued in real terms by that figure of 52%. So let's say if you had a capital or savings of 1 million Ghana cedis in January this year, 2022, the real value of your money today in November is 480,000 cedis. Let me put it in better context. The cedi was redenominated in 2007 at 1 cedi to $1. It took 15 years from 2007 to 2022 for the cedi to depreciate from a parity of 1 cedi to $1 to reach a ratio of 6 cedis to $1. That's the beginning of 2022. Unfortunately, due to bad handling of the economy, it has taken only 9 months. The implementation of this exercise led to a loss of almost 10,000 jobs in the financial sector. Apart from that, the economy was saddled with an unnecessary debt in excess of 22 billion Ghana cedis. This also led to a massive loss of capital that the Ghanaian private sector had invested in the collapsed banks and private investment institutions. The second is the catastrophic depreciation of our national currency, the cedi. An almost 52% depreciation in our national currency in just about a 9-month time frame means the savings and capital of Ghanaians have been devalued in real terms by that figure of 52%. So let's say if you had a capital or savings of 1 million Ghana cedis in January this year, 2022, the real value of your money today in November is 480,000 cedis. Let me put it in better context. The cedi was redenominated in 2007 at 1 cedi to $1. It took 15 years from 2007 to 2022 for the cedi to depreciate from a parity of 1 cedi to $1 to reach a ratio of 6 cedis to $1. That's the beginning of 2022. Unfortunately, due to bad handling of the economy, it has taken only 9 months. The President must take direct interest in reversing these unfortunate developments in the oil and gas sector, because that sector has the potential to bring in additional foreign revenue, foreign exchange. This sector has the potential to rake in additional revenues, especially now when, as a result of global circumstances, the price of these petroleum products, oil and gas, have gone upwards significantly. Governments must build on the experience and leverage the comparative edge we have as a peaceful country with highly skilled human resources to make Ghana a major hub for energy exports. Considering the wide expectation of an energy crisis in West Africa in the near future, a strategic partnership with the private sector can rake in much needed forex through export of energy. This new and additional forex will offer the Bank of Ghana critical reserves and can also finance the manufacturing sector for further job creation. We must do whatever it takes to add value to our exports through primary, secondary, and tertiary processing. We must add value to our cocoa by increasing domestic cocoa processing, refining our gold before export, and pursuing the dream of an integrated bauxite and aluminium industry. Valco and many other strategic industries that can serve as extra pillars of our economy must be brought on stream. In the last NDC administration, we made modest efforts towards extending assistance to local investors for increased production of poultry, rice, tomato, cooking oil, and pharmaceuticals. We constructed a new sugar processing plant at Commander in the Central Region and began discussions with another private sector investor about the establishment of another sugar processing plant in Savlugu in the Northern Region. We encouraged the produce buying company to build a share processing plant at Buipe, which created many direct and indirect jobs. Unfortunately, as I speak, this factory has been mismanaged and is currently shut down.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there! We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
A state-of-the-art facility built with your family needs in mind. A medical center positioned for all your fertility problems and other diseases. Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center. Our goal is to help our patients achieve and maintain optimal health. We have fully functional OPD laboratories in all our branches. Do you have problems urinating? Medimosis is the ultimate solution. Our Prostacure X capsules and Prostacure Herbal Tea treat prostate problems. Afromosis capsules gives you maximum performance, and for the ladies, Femacure X capsules solves all your menstrual problems. Locate Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center at Adenta Barrier near the traffic light, Ashaman, Ajekojo, Kumasi, Ahirima Kokobing, and in Accra, Ministries after the Ghana Highways Yard. Call 0244 068 447. We accept National Health Insurance card and all other private insurance card. Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, your ultimate solution for prostate problems.
Ayayeka ododie etumi frani penny nanso we HD Plus eni da ho kan 5 times clearer odom rene ye wumi na ye pese ye kire wodo 5 times more achede ahodo bebre wo ho a ebro 5000 ubetumi edibi for your website hdplus.com.gh me wo here ni HD Plus number shim your wheel of love ne di achede a esopa February bosumi mu HD Plus bi biara ye feely
ye temna na fa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi na kame na to net tweme bidan 3p garlic misano aboa me pa asa miracle bi wadro no tese mafu no kra se di sia tweme anka se me humi esi so se me humi ani esi so obeka se dia bibi hye me so bi no na ye normal ni bibi ne ti no ti pa me sa me 3 days ni adona anka se de nyankopon de ayi bi ahodi ti ma yi bi anya sam keto ana se we de me fro aka so na me fa hye me nkwa me.
Garlic mixture. Ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e 024-89-288-24 and 020-100-0021.
That's right. Yeah, for the form Friday debate in the brand house on Wabro Minor Tenase. Our Dwabo Ase Jumedi is for Power 97.9. Bernard Odro Techi BOTY Crado Sansona Julius Jima on Swire Crado. And it drew fear that's an idea. Sika Samon to you know. And one come on, the two from near fun of form. Then a baby a year share a year near International Monetary Fund. Or one Casabatu and Numutuaka. A man for say, eh, come here, yes, sir. A buying in a swa, what taking us what to your news. Jessica Sam to years, Ajagwe, aim free woman. I am a Fabeka the end yes, I here. Also COVID-19 and a Russia and Ukraine talk. The IMF Kano and in near NDC Fonso de Nam near MPP ka and in Isha and in the Babida and Chemunity saying and your baby. But as I don't know, quick one, Unicorn car rental, someone can just say, okay, yes, if you say saloon car, say, yeah, bus, say, yeah, SUV for bra. Na one more said I was wait my fun from or fun from my nature as a bedu bottom bosumi bia ye bosumi bia ye 1 year sika or 3,000 cities bosumi bia and the momo accountable and that's our bank accountable. It is a saloon car say SUV say 4x4 and bus be between the Unicorn car rentals. No more the care yama high said a beya juma mao na sika bedu bottom the back and home bambo one sem dia in stretch ye the GPS tracker beboka baby ebekobia ye need the na ya boka no by e baka no so asiesie so a Jaima Unicorn car rentals ye bedu juma kama ntena wa bera make us tumrika na ko mu offices e wo Mervyn Peak Hotel and afenso Airport City. And now ubetime any omadi nkuta ho or WhatsApp so and now betwa from mo e was 020 840 4000 020 840 4000 unicorncarrentals.com kwa yo mecha kwan na kinkan omo ho nsem na fetu anamo because nyame kan e yade e beboa pa wasabra yesika semi ayebasa wo my Ghana man photo a ye omo ton a ye nto ye penso a ye nya ye fronso ahwe ma give us about center or give us GC capsules and mix aba and I give us power capsules aba give us cold capsules and I give us herbal mixture give us power capsules no ebeboa ma ahoden aba omusa bema no wetimi ayo men 70 ye and I give us cold capsules no say ya yemtim say ye koko say ya mama na abetena so ye de bedi ho dwuma and I give us herbal mixture no so malaria typhoid wanuma ato aduane no kon and ahoden ankasa wo hia ebetimi aboa mo aye adwumaden no ne nyina so ya boa e de ahoden roin so aba ye give us herbal mixture ye adwuma kama enya asem geto akra eti etufo betimi afre 0543-222-470 and at 0501-556-828. Friday debate, yeah, found for man pay Bernard Odro Techi, a chartered economist and a friend, so a member of the NDC, Minia Julius Jima, and so a member of the MPP, sounds here, financial and data analyst or has ya Yanomina Baba Christian Como Friday debate. Many too many said the IMF kind on the international and it didn't come. It's way Yensa Daja Crado. Yentie Mame Kristalina Georgieva, a year managing director, Emma International Monetary Fund. Nasama Kafa, my Ghana Sikasem, and in Yentia, Amem Kofono in ye.
Shocks more often than before hit innocent bystanders. Ghana has been working towards good policies for quite some time, and then COVID and the war hit, and that significantly undermined Ghana, and it's not just Ghana, so many countries standing. So how we can be faster on our feet to come to work with countries that are innocent bystanders. This is a big challenge for us, and I can tell you our members are really good in helping us meet it. I want to finish. You said these institutions need to change. The world has changed. I agree that we always have to strive to change. I also would argue very strongly that we have, as we are, we have to recognize that we can do differently and we can do better. That we can reach out to partners and do things that maybe were unthinkable before. And we should not hide behind 1945 and say, oh, because of this, we can't. We can, when there is a recognition that our responsibility has gone up.
Managing Director my International Monetary Fund Kristalina Georgieva onona wotenenka was adwumadi no ase na ocheche ni into my Ghana sikasem amem kofo mama shasem free Bernardo Dro techiwo we the MPP ni bia beka se sie kae ene da ho ana
Kwame de ka mama nchia ohwefo no watiefo na me nchia menua abodwese me party penifo nyina from national chairman down to even branch executives. I'm reliably informed that so Panipa for na pick your nomination to be presidential candidate for 2024 election. I wish them the best of luck. For me, I have said and I repeat it. When you can score 100%, you don't go for 40%. Say, oh, Cotres, I'm not going to score 100%. Why must you play loose and score 40%? JDM is our best bet. But I also say we should kind of put in place stumbling blocks being impede the political progress of others. I am for JM 24/7, but I am not among those calling for no post agenda. No. Say when you buy for now you call for Sabron Summer, you don't give a damn. I mean to say why you were doing yeah. And Fahone said the four beba Kojobonsu beba. I mean you can make a headway. Okay. And the MS report in penny phone now say let's create a level playing field. I mean, and now you can say no, say a car and kaye tonwa, Mahama ye Benz, others are Tico. So when the Ticos are coming close to a Mercedes Benz, why must we be worried? So let's allow others to put forth their ambition. My impede or me and Casentia, because after the internal contest is cooperation. And you be here the supporters of Kojo Bonsu, Dr. Kwabnado for one NS guy I know. Enti ye na na efie ntokwa. The me pese mi hunu ne say ye makwan na obi an running the campaign and to the other contestant competing against JDM no whatever words you use today will be the tool for the MPP after the internal election. Enti ye run your campaign ye but ye na ye di ye team Mercedes Benz mu no will prefer to be in that Benz than to cry on a bicycle. Akwabina can say it's better to cry in a limousine than to laugh on a bicycle. So let's proceed.
All right.
Kwame, there's an adage war Kiswahili kasem na me de batwi. Almost say de bia kwase akodwa. De bia ukọ marketer, obeti se pickpocketers AUBCK. The following week among for besen akọ. Uko kejetia, uko edun, uko malata, uko adenta, uko mala marketer. Every blessed week, you know, obeti say atutubotum for AUBCK will be the same place. A week later, obesen akọ hono, another one besen akọ. Let's put it in perspective. Say IMF a bank. In the capitalist world, our more philosophy and MPP in the GD, no. The customer is the king or the queen. Let's get it clear. In the capitalist world, no, our forces of demand and supply they determine the pace of economic progress. No, the customer is the king or the queen. And in the capitalist world, no, obiani who be running the customer down publicly. And until as a call banga, your mouth feel KYC. Know your customer. And to Ghana as a customer to IMF, no, wa fili KYC form. And a woman IMF form who ne how you know wa open books, no. Kwame open books. Let me give you some statistics and data. For the third January report alone from the year 2017 to 2021, in the year 2017, irregularity secure was 12 billion new Ghana cedi. For 2017, 2018 was 3 billion new Ghana cedi. 2018 was 5.4 billion new Ghana cedi. 2019 was 5.4 billion. 2020 12.8 billion. 2021 recently 17.4 billion. Kwame so kasika we na bomwa from 2017 to the year 2021 it's a little over 50 billion new Ghana cedi. Ntumi anye. Me pese me bisa IMF boss no say sika we under this government. Or the third January report say ntumi anye no. Eno so nka economy no ho bia na. Number 2, producer family IB2 screen board no so mame.
Okay. Research work.
Research work amaya.
Okay.
The Trust Bank of Gambia. Within their investment portfolio no. Data bank and ne who say no aban bobo si onya commission no. Onya sika no. We invest with Ghanaian banks so. or the Sikana ko Gambia or the Aqua the Trust Bank of Gambia. And in the year 2017-18, there was a cleanup of the banking sector. In that cleanup, Abama Ghana 40 assessor spending a little over 20 billion to clean up the banking sector. Kwame at that time, local bank for catch Ghana bank says so my 7 to 9 billion. We can still survive, pay depositors money, and be in business. A bank said there be first no they call 14 or they call 17 they call, and they drew almost a little over 30 billion new Ghana cedi. Kwame me concern is in economics of banking, no, Arabia now be clean banking sector out of hatred, out of greed, and on unconscionable grounds, no, affected the banking sector for the next 50 years. Me concern ye, your finance minister, abro clean banking sector of Ghana no nye sikano, or time ni sikano, we invest in Ghana, or the sikana kwa run the Trust Bank of Gambia. As and the Gambia, the Trust Bank near to say be a Ghana GCB bank. In that bank, you know, Data Bank is the second highest shareholder in Gambia. The person at 40 years say, Kwame, you collapse local banks, Unibank, UT Bank, Bay Capital, Premium Bank, they went down. Kwame, when they went down, Sika as a finance minister, no, who company any time Sika, Kwame, when ya Ghana Bank and friend Remo, who far play no, who would they call Gambia? And to me, beside IMF boss, and they say, 25 billion na Ghana Bank we you tisui, Eddie good Ghana banks, no. Nanka banks no sin kombe here 9 billion no nyansa be na na ewe no nso mu kwan mame mfa wonko Mr Producer Senka
omo ye ho adwuma
right kwan mame mfa wonko we ye report wa 28 September 2022 read by the finance minister kwan mame mfa wonko page 6 paragraph 17 or say our economic program contains set of time-bound structural reforms and fiscal consolidation measures to place our debt level and fiscal account on a sustainable path over the medium term. The program is hinged on 7 pillars. 1, debt sustainability. Teniyo, finance minister na ekasayo, and our kind statement way 28 September 2022. Our no concede say Ghana ye how na ye woman no enye Ukraine enye COVID enye Ukraine Russia war. Ye ka ye debt unsustainable. Enti mi bisaw. COVID na ma Ghana bank obo obosan so ana. Kwame we ye Auditor General report. I releasing it recently ya. Mame for unko page 8. COVID-19 na IMF boss say ana ma Ghana ye ho akire ye no. E ma Ghana 21.8 billion. On mention one country in Africa. Because of COVID, omunya seska we. You see, on se mi bube o Kiswahili se de bia kwase abadwa. Na obi aso mpo ba kwase awo, bo obi apena groje. Kwa me so ko kurobi mwo hu. Na nkra na omoye imbasas no. Ya kan twi se like se misremika tiefo, ajimi fo no. Omu hia na omu yi asresema, obi a betwa omu hia. Basa wo ka kire san krofo nso obi anwo san kra no obi ampe. Ghana ya man bi abrofo na wonsese bi mpanifo no bi mu adwen wo fam. Enti once a wadwen wo fam COVID buy and COVID now see be ha wo no. About 28.8 billion. There is no single country in Africa because of COVID nya says ka we.
Aka 1 minute.
Na kwame say COVID amount. Mr Producer I need that
it's like also the bantam.
Enti kwame say finance minister nankasa concede. Say a debt unsustainable there. Kwame in May 2020.
Right.
IMF and the World Bank this year. And no create debt service suspension initiative DSSI. And the boat and say money be na we green say wa boka maka mene won fansa be kratase.
Right.
73 countries qualify, 48 countries sign on to it. But any say Kwame say we sign on to DSSI no a. Oka wo de no IMF the infinity betua amount. Who bet your interest be any actually. Ghana Bank did not sign for 3 reasons. 1, so signing on to DSSI on be monitor on national spending. Until Sikano, send out the Gary send a cathedral, send a profligators. Number 2, or probably debts will be a book be emo. And there will be contingent liability. Car waba would this year or mine for you open number 3 and show prudent borrowing. Ghana Bank who says so sign on to DSSI and a 2 better one sign. Any comment? So one sign it to DSSI. na ne kameno na ono IMF no no ye service provider na wo obo so obenye interest no ebo abaso a we in the NDC will not glorify that.
But I say Jiba Bremna main tongue may sure second round no say research material na ready e be obet go back to point and now person they make it. But Julius
yo, good morning, Kwame. Good morning to Etiefo ni Ashefoni. And I mean here me penny for in our party penny for your national communication and your regional communication penny for. I mean say ya fan for man and I mean here me aminua. Na I mean say wa betu to be egu from any man and ni na ekenken kwa. Yes say no amount of propaganda will defeat the truth. No amount of propaganda will defeat the truth. In the tembiano, the truth will defeat lies. Sa gidin tuturo minye tutuna Oraken Ofreata Data Bank acquire investment for the Trust Bank of Gambia. Nini na no the national anthem or bogumuno. Bese mi busa minyane say in business and I say in accounting or economics onim say ye free be separate legal entity. At the time biano so kasana I was say otimi distinguish the business and I said the bank data bank no say the management of it no is entirely different from Oraken Ofrata. Oraken Ofrata I mean you at the data bank it take say omu ye business entity, omu ye financial institution. Na say omu ye omu investment, omu investment portfolio. Na omu timi eko investi in other countries na omu dinya omu infaso e de beboa omu juma ewo mani mu a enka ne bone ne sen. But eno no ye fanto. The American say no IMF for ayeden aba be kan ipefin ache wiase nyina. Eti yenu anom so say de ye ne ka na de bia ya kan say ye situation a ye wo mu no COVID-19 any Russia Ukraine war no ababa exacerbate the problems no ya kan from 2021 2022 am say ye boa and I say IMF for na say no ma jimu tintin man na omo ye den omo ka o ntia no so omo challenge IMF for ana oti ha ka say ye customer to IMF intino yakwa sign intino as so omo be ka na yetumi ye de sakata so mumu aso na nya no ne edi ye ejuma kwame de bia me ka say book no lie. Yes, this is report from World Bank and then IMF. Now, no matter how you describe the World Bank and the IMF, and omu say no, we are seeing na sikaku bad time any IMF. And I tell biano say yempo ni edi data ba na yenu anomon trust ya. Omu ye a check and balance and off on our data. In the time biano ya ye di omu data ni de etutuhon. Kwame, every month biano omu issue economic report. Omu the World Outlook eba, and they talk about say the period between 2021 and 2022 no Kwame omo di wiase nyina sikasem ebetu dwa I don't know mami ken you me de mami ken maka enye news to me because in their reports na wa hanum say on a monthly level in July 2020 2021 me start free March 2021 omo di wiase report economic outlook by now, the topic and I said the title of the article near managing divergent recoveries. You quote to July from March on say a quarterly basis. So from March to July, no, the omnibus say global recovery. In October 2001, another report title issue recovering during a pandemic. Now, Kwame, from 2001 October, may they fast forward October 2002. They buy and they say countering the cost of living crisis. Eti oma kan na when ni enim de da ade bia no ye ka che Ghana for ne ye de data ne beto to ho comparing our economy from the period 2013 to 2016 and then 2017 to 20 ye my 4-year averages no ne de atoto ne ehun say MPP abamba ye no ya anye ni ye anase ye ni ye na de bia ye ka say the period 2021 and 2022 no eno na ma ye ho be kire ye sikasemu because ye economy na de bia na ye gbon de rule say it will be in the interest of Ghana say ye betimi aye that import substitution near ye making sure say ye export and on a dim fast will be brave every economy no eti Kwame ye share IMF reporter they be an economic indicators ye measure no inflation any growth rate for the characteristics of pandemic and even Russia-Ukraine war, and they bear or mind the whole world, say cost of living was going up.
Yeah.
Tightening financial conditions say okwa ko pesika e wo sikedua man so a emu ye den ente say first na bibia wi ase nyina ye stable ntu ko pesika kra na ubenya ni easy no pandemic ne bae no the lack of confidence e ba system ni ntu no ko pesika na nhehye na ye di begu akwan mu so be make sure say ube follow nya say sika ne ye be tighten because ye mpese wi ase nya mpese o ma osika na untimi nye den entua ne back. Then again in Sono, was a COVID buyer no China and a free and a buy, and China is one of the leading producer of what goods and services in the world. Even as we speak, an America cries indebted to China. It is a BBC or China and the global impact we are seeing now. Then of course Russia, a major player in the supply of crude, and Ukraine, a major player in the supply of what fertilizer, cereals and agricultural produce. When distortions in the economy or in their country now Ghana you depending on these countries so be because the distortion in fertilizer buying shares and your cost of living also commodity prices even food they be or food inflation, imported food inflation, any even home inflation or the total one, it means that we've not done better in the area of export. Our figures in the crana crazy and IMF for their baby today. This is what we've been talking over the years. That 2 years relatively 2021 and the 2022 and abema economy na babe den edu that level aye womu be no kra na ban na bone ho modern ban na gina ne na so make sure say bibia ankoye bia no ototo nyoma wona akwamu so betimi aye apagya economy na kwame Maminti NC ye economy ne so say makawi ase de ni nyina comparative years for the period 2013 to 2016 the NDC under the watch of John Mahama ye peke ye GDP no ye ka GDP na tembia ye economic debate na ye peke the value of economy what you have done to ensure GDP growth wetimi apagya on my ni economy ni mu goods and services juma ben no waye enti ye aggregating ni na kakra including mo amodjuma amu ye won mo producing nsu ye keka ni na no na keka bom friend GDP no enti as on my no ni tie o am said the value of economy in the period of 2013 to 2016 under the watch of John Mahama. The GDP comparison, in 2013, it was 7.3%, 14, 4%, 15, 3.9%, and in 2016, it was 3.7%. Yeah, from the period 2017 to 2020, may 4-year average, you see. In 2017, it me peja GDP need to 8.1%. In 2018, 6.3. In 2019, 6.5. 2020, near record is 0.5. Who named the entire COVID aba. And even in the period of COVID, we were able to report a positive figure. On average, in this period, in terms of our GDP performance, we have performed better than the NDC under the watch of John Mahama. I mean, Okase no Tibensimu. Ghana for some mutin or so Tibensimu. And on average, we have performed 5.28 against 4.73 in terms of the GDP comparison. Now, Kwame, yes, I'm breaking it down here the core sectorial performance of our economy. It be at the services sector, it be at the agriculture sector, and then the industry sector. On average, between these two management of economy, two regimes, NDC. In the services sector, and on average, from the period 2013 to 2016, they performed 5.25. In 2017 to 2020, we performed 15.3, and that is the service sector. That informs how we've been able to grow the services sector in the country. And of course, at it stands now, the services sector is the leading in terms of what your GDP. Also, there are a lot of services going on, and this is creating a lot of jobs for Ghanaians. In the agriculture sector, they perform abysmally 2.85 in terms of the period 2013 to 2016. In 2017 to 2020, we have done twice of what they have done, 6.25. Then again, in the industry sector, they be produce the industries that we are looking at. they perform 2.7%. On average, we have performed 7.8. And you know, all the indicators, all the figures are there. Say the IMF can say Ghana was doing something positive. Ghana was having good policies. Yes, the policies that we brought.
I count 30 seconds.
That's right. Policies are not Ghana. It was touted as one of the fastest growing economies in the world, you know. And non IMF we then and we know, and we've been telling Ghanaians say that is the positive indicator by no or making sure say yeah building Ghana. It's no amount of propaganda, no amount of lies. The truth will always stand tall. Now, the echo and said, "Ye big making sure says say no. Adia air boy about economy ni baby jinan now so ye debt exchange ye. Anya mean charge and yet me the domestic one as he say ye call the external one. Na ye nim say, Mati nim say, IMF we air be or more can be. I'm saying ye Ghana and we are say other countries so in common ye Yenimu say external debt negotiations are here Yamin Chadian ebeko successfully now Fenitimi attending the fortunes of the economy.
But Julius Jimano or representing MPP or some financial expert. But quick one answer a BOT about second round in na yenti diono so waka wabra yetwa en common so baby a yegina pa IMF asem odi abetuga say a year COVID-19 in Russia and Ukraine tokano e ka obi na ama o my Ghana sikasem asay e debate any you know Safe now do a video na to a high power 97.9 and I'll share live with TV XYZ. But my boss centers men can just say Kodesh powder and what they a work on one and to say why idea I bet now so and that's will be a winning no as so be a benho and to say what one so Kodesh powder no what turn out the work on one a bit me to intershewa no assay and I bet my ladies capsules and so a fighting bacteria and a sanso boama I feel no a hot take said by na wura obetimi enya home atenase ye na ede etimi aba and a big man capsule so bema yes yade bia wo so bia no etimi afro so but benema garlic bitters aye de prekese and the garlic aye no eno ye immune booster bo ama hoden ebetena wapom sanso ma moja no edi afrusane ye pharmaceutical shop bia wo Ghana fana nyina no bowura on sabeke bia to ba ko kaichi drug lane ahwe na bo ache eba tenatet eba King's Walk Hallows and of course, yes, hello, Seba. And I feel so Shaman, so Ekus Pharmacy, Wideman Pharmacy, Larry and Larry Pharmacy, Kasua, and the Canadian, a tribe of Judah. And to forbid my friend 0272422242 and 0248288788. Baby, I don't know 5 minutes of fun a toss of me in beauty.
Kwame, we're contradicting. Or Kasano say the two key triggers of every economy in a year: inflationary growth and growth rates. Where your Ghana Statistical Service survey report released 9th November 2022. Where your Binance Kasane the documentation and the defeat say so say inflationary growth rate and the trese abambia born homeward now. GDP na ye can the total basket of goods and services be produced no. And you know ye key indicators of inflation and growth rate. Kwame, and now you can say, so calculating Ghana inflation is around 53.something%. What it means, they say, a year ago, Sanami 1,000 Ghana, now me come Malata marketer, and they may have time for around 30 cities to buy the same item.
My comparative years.
Oh, no, you.
Yeah, no. Let's base this. Yeah, my comparative years.
One say, Okasana gave you all the audience, and then inflation in Ghana, 53.something%. The actually will bottom ne say if a year ago now come Malata then take market now better 1,000 Ghana and now year kasa 2023 no you need time for around 30 Ghana city to buy the same at so the value of people wealth in their pocket and I declined by 53%. That is what it means. Kwame share mame fa unko disaggregation of October 2022 rate of inflation. 1. Food inflation to that 43.7%. Non-food 37.8%. Maya also GDP wabo homo deno. In economies of scale, the more you produce, cheaper the price. Until by economies ma, you can't economies of scale. Let's say, SYZ incorporation now producing sua. The more volume of water you produce, the cheaper the cost. And to be a fair no bottle water company say, any the ono washe S naturals and say S natural di 10 years why enjoy economies of scale. Enti the more now niema bo eko fam no edi adanse say economy ni grow. And now you can say no economy now say on comparative basis or more grow better than the NDC no. The price of goods is galloping hyperinflation. It might be our inflation at a number over 50% no. It cannot be an indicator of a better economy. Inflation for locally produced 39.1%. Inflation for imported items 43.7%. What it means is government or send policies are jumano. 1D1F now the ball who suffer him Ghana former general secretary say mube bien nyuma me better than ye be kra manfo from another be pay nyuma no. Ghana Saska service men country mo say inflation for nyama produce wa Ghana 39.1%. Inflation for imported items no kwame 43.7%. Enti government who say GDP ento nyum frɛ why are they industrialization why are they service sector no these data do not support it. Number 3 kwame hwɛ sɛ wo fa service sector operate on Pareto principle. What it simply means is say you can have few banks controlling 80% of the GDP of the country. But what be common no? Na sa banks in foreign dominated companies. The ama me pese trust bank guardian mo de to platform no so ma me say. So wo your finance minister.
It will kasa nyina ye beto so.
Na won believe on own economy. Do you expect me BOT?
Okay, na that's
good. Entiatiefo amohwe TV no. The Trust Bank of Gambia, the major shareholders in nipa miensa, Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, based in Gambia, almost 36.08%. Data Bank Security Limited, a shareholding company, no, 22.12%. Trust Bank employees 8%. And to me, bisa minye jima, and IMF boss ne say, so what we have finance minister or Ghana? So when you sika no one for invest in Ghana, what time Ghana sika dia kwa Gambia kwa investment? Do you expect you Kwame Menka honorable Jode Bema omu invest in Ghana na? You see, leadership must show example. Until now you can say no, but this singular act of investing in Gambia no, Ken Ofrata is telling Ghana for say, unya sika ma invest in Ghana. And he said now you can say no, the economy of Ghana na jiagua. So who probably the sobuwa bonamfa me bomi BOT and mahama. Utene wonsa afako ma Ken Ofrata because ono ni company nya mfaso anka wo se Kwame odi invest in Ghana na create nyuma na tua taxes no otane sika puduo no okọ Gambia no or the second largest shareholder in the bank in Gambia. Kwame memfa no nto ho mamemra service sector akasima ba good or indicating say in the service sector no a whole create nyuma a whole funny I totally disagree. Kwame in Ghana today over 60% of Ghana for your for. So no amount of argument and debate can support the fact say when the service sector contribute more than 50%, they employ more people. I can tell you say 80% are farmers. Now what they planting for food and job by. And Tiabana we're implementing planting for food and job. We invest over $2 billion for a period of 7 years. Now be catch them say o service sector contribute more to your GDP. What it simply means is say o planting for food and job no by their own data. Kwame data where your more deal. Food inflation 43.7%. I consider say so food inflation here 43.7%. That means say o planting for food and job by your flashy program no what fairly because Kwame the more you produce item the cheaper the cost becomes. So you see Jim and Tias here say this government has a monumental cataclysmic failure in their DNA or my failing. Okay. And fail no my failing so monumental say Ghanaians to beginning to see the impact of their failure when they lose 2024.
But I say, Jim, I'll bet my 5 minutes.
Yeah, so let me say, the meaning you can want to say, it is not true, say, as a company, now who investment, data bank in Ghana, Hana, also contradicting him. Data bank investment will come him say, in fact, data bank, as a license, they have been registered in Ghana, operating in Ghana with their offices in Ghana. Nas company be and you think about going global by growing. Certain me anu betimi apeja omunu so na wetimi anya investment or other words countries. Entino say data bank eco invest or trust bank in Gambia. Mentimi nu discussions no ye na say no kwa na hia no, but Ghana for that is not the case. As nipe bia no peso ko wenim. Sana businesses bia no peso ko enye data bank in kwa na wo investment in other countries. There are a lot of banks. Even Ghanaian banks some of them has investments in other countries, and this is the financial market only. This is how we work. It's in when you have opportunities in other countries, you can capitalize on them, and that is exactly what data bank has done. But that is what me person mental man is say. He should distinguish or he should separate the individual Ken Ofriata from data bank. Now, or contradicting who on this food inflation and imported inflation. So food inflation 43, and then the imported one is 37. Am I correct? No, the imported is 37 and the food is what 43. The all can end twice when they say we have consistently said that is our import we na de biaye kano. So with the food inflation, or share 43.7 against 37.8. Our the argument and they say timing any that factories are now say 1D1F now ye per se ye start here ye de babe solve the import substitution. Nim say as or minor, and the government has been fair. The government has been honest. Yes, indeed. Even 2023 budget, oko shops e Ghana in na oko supermarket most of the items at the shops are outside. They are foreign goods, and to be able to solve that, we should be able to turn it over, and that is why Abaneka say every month in terms of things that we import into the country, number one, a refined petroleum product costing government every month between $300 and $350 million. Then again, it is costing government $10 billion, just equivalent of $1 billion every month on annual basis to do import bill. And this heavy bill on our country, $10 billion and on a year basis and on a yearly basis, is bringing a lot of cedi depreciation to our country, and that is what is reflecting in what we have here. So the purpose and the objective is that we should be able to do every effort, every strength and every opportunity we should be able to address that decision. Ghana for na Ghana for the government has been very straightforward. I was say me boa wana omube producing in yoma wa mainimu, and that has been the direction. Yenu anu mo omube kran yoma ne kradi abo mainimu no yebe boa mo krana yebe making sure say local production eba apa kakrana ebia local production ain't mean produce no na ya boa omo kra in yoma ne be the ebeton no. So this argument I mean you putting up and food inflation and all that, suggesting say we have not done much in terms of what creating the factories to augment the production. It is neither here nor there, and it has got nothing to do. Say we are not managing the economy. We are sending all count to from a gum. The American the opportunity is that we are taking every effort, every strength, every negotiations via a one say. We went to the IMF to seek the payment balance of payment supporter. Ye import na abeye bibia ekonkon ye console. And if we be able to turn it over, Ghana would be restored to pre-COVID levels. We will see a reduction in inflation and all kind of seminar. I mean, money comparative years for the averages 4 years under their watch, 4 years under our watch. Or no, the 2021, any 2022. Yes, we know say currently inflation was at 54.1. It came down to 53.6, and it is going to come down further because of government initiatives. If you come very simple, if we're able to look at our import, we're able to solve the demand on the dollar now, everything will be restored. And you might start up down because a dollar na air drive your economy because you're consuming in your foreign goods, foreign products, and that is what we are looking at. It's in the next year, 6 months ahead of us, next year, with the grace of God, the engage say debt restructuring, kama. It means seeking that support from the IMF. As they say, IMF can be a bois or minor. I have no doubt, say we will get the support, it will come to make sure say the supply of dollars in the system will turn the fortunes of the economy. And all the figures, indicative figures in the inflation, yes, we have managed the inflation single digit for a period of 4 years. And he doesn't complete his argument. So basis say pay inflation to 54. And the American say fango bua abeda or minus so and the air high and say and as I say the dollar no na air high and is driven by the consumption of what foreign goods. It's in here iron it out near addressing those situations now. Everything will be restored.
To be fair to audience and so on, I think say I was here incorporated ebia akabe simanum amye digmedi na banawie you know mama mo de mon last asem aba but for now between sabre kosi sabre no yama kwana yafa be 5 calls be na omonso said you must see tie ensem no omombeche omadwen ewo ho in fact ye kasafa IMF managing director wo kasa ya wo chere say COVID-19 in Russia and Ukraine tokwa eno na nam so nti ama economy no as a who debate any ye na Friday debate or power 97.9 and a TVSYZ your display numbers no e will screen so 0208984166 and a 050000257 Julius Jima representing MPP na fen so better do techi and so representing NDC amanyoko no omunyina omo background finance economy into a basic assignment to yedia oma ben ho pa I think the Benyam first caller ewo ahomano so ye kwa ncheni ye nene kasa. Hello morning.
Good morning.
Would you baby out for free?
Bajo ye friend as a for je. Nkasa free goes.
As a for je ntio.
Bajo ada Roma. Ni nua MPP ni no o kasa o se obi ye adwuma o pese wo trim. But your banks e o Ghana ha aban ni guru atam sika de akọ Gambia akọ support Gambia e dey say oyi aban no o tima de ma o man.
Okay but I say you from people mama call the next caller. Hello morning. Hello good morning. Hello episode Tibinka 0208984166 and 050000257 0208984166. Hello morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Would you know baby out free?
I'm Godwa, Pastor Lomote.
Yetio, Pastor Lomote. Yetio.
Can't you finish on your phone or channel? Nabreno.
Asa. Okay. Pastor Lomote, no. You call the next caller. Now come a person who a drop what ya would charanka a 12 common. Hello, morning. Kafra Mashro me fa be last but 2 caller na fe yede afred dwumadi na banare. Hello good morning. Hello morning.
Good morning.
Me so tie me phone so ni na ba bia wo free.
Me free. Morning.
Ya tonka bodi na ba bia wo free.
Me obu from me Frank, me free Adenta.
You from Frank. Okay Frank you.
Okay. And this is here, sir. Obstruction now, our more year no. Yeah, let me say, even the old men for my age, for so many years, would you move sacrifice for this nation, whereby just within 6 years, MPP are buying bars, Sika or more workers, more ministers, for this 6 years, it's even more than 200% than your old man.
Okay, I like that question. I for a final call and afe yetie Jima and afe so ora odro tachi. Last call I need. Hello morning. 0208984166 and 050000257. Hello, good morning. Morning, you don't go, Bodina baby out free.
I have I'm free man.
Na yentio.
My family say I am a finiadi. Ye dear free. Now they ma kwa ya no one say I bembi was so I am a free na ye. Onya free so na am a school ne onka when ba say o anya de wan you see. You consider then Any day sound
I like that. Discerning listeners are talking. Eti Dwabo Ase Friday debate no na otwe se na ye besa ye ne say ya enti mun no to time enti edru bra e also abofra na mo so mo de adwenche e be bata dwumade na chia na mo hu ba before obati bioti ne Julius Jima kan make house 21st clinic o se men kan jo se wo to ase entri didi mu call na ase ho no o yaw na wo tie no eno ne ye friend sciatica na wo pa yare sabia na ase asoye betimadi sciatica no djuma eye 21st clinic wo mo nkura bata buru du nwotwe e wo man Ghana baby abefa bia wo Ghana 21st clinic e wo ho Fred Dr. Blessed one ne dom e wo 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 21st clinic eye the sciatica expert beauty.
Yes, Kwame, in the year 2022 MPP are buying echo IMF on 3 legs. At the time of Moko IMF, no more like a policy credibility. Because omo policies be omo dia go akwan na pre nyina bubu. 2, no more face liquidity challenge. Because money and capital market are now ko beye kenke party no and na mo ko ho anamu ntimi fa hwemba. 3, there was lack of investor confidence. To the point that people were diverting their investment from Ghana to other jurisdictions. So these 3 factors na the Cambo Moma Moda wheelchair so echo IMF no. And man single out just one factor na nka say ade baako we painting echo IMF. E nema miensa. The MPP government today lack policy credibility, you have liquidity challenge, third of to you lack investor confidence. Last of it all. Kwame na ye ka say MPP aban here to see the bill be ba your friend no Growth and Sustainability Levy Bill 2022. The import of that levy in Kwame all over the world. Every government taxes people profit also. We are here for they are buying beer and say you pay tax after profit. Kwame South Growth and Sustainability Levy we are can frat answer the shares here or signing on 14 December 2022. No, the Oba and say companies are going to pay profit before tax. Let me read the bill and show the object of the bill. Or say the very essence of the bill and say can't it yanan can this aban no musi ndc e aban ya abon no na manfo tua to only abra wanyamfa so. Object number 6, profit of the levy is payable in respect of profit before tax. Tenio, the levy is payable in respect of profit before tax or production for the 2023, 2024 and 2025 years of assessment. Kwame, I didn't know the tour but tour now de ba no say wo dwen man who but one limited tour no to the year abra obedi akonyankwa. The conclusion of it, companies did this way. Kwame, 1, non-bank financial institutions, insurance companies, telecommunication, breweries, inspection and evaluation company providing mining support service, bulk oil distribution, down they lend to every company in Ghana. And Tiabaya Kwame Oba Kunyaso also be moved from taxation to production or more taxation promise. And this government, in my view, is one leg in opposition.
Jima, also Brema, ain't you?
You, let me say, Miniano Casano on the credibility ne we na no ogusua o tunfutu nsa na mibusane say ye ka omo lack credibility and the liquidity challenges are ehemfo enye omo a ye inherit aban ni free omo no nti ye lack liquidity challenges and as ye face liquidity challenges ne lack policy credibility senka ne omo no ye gi aban ni free omo no but Ghana for emaye ye nya adwen say ye lack policy credibility nka IMF ma mi bet na ho no mo embe praise the good initiatives na Ghana or my asomai no na ye enti de okanini na no is neither here nor there contradictions na no gusu eden na Kwame unim abino this ani jumedi o ye nyina o make sure say ye be restructure ye debt because interest payment ye insihu a aban tua o ne busiabo no eno na aye abatros bia ha aban expenditure into the effort is that and I say the vision is that if we can restructure our interest payment ye ho be hinhan o sikase mu ni enya that financial stability and I say the economic growth na o mine no and I say economy na aba be financially distressed and economically stressed no no yebetimi movie from that world situation and that is all what has happened to our economy bibienwa esi bibienwa say that ne yenya normal kikasa bebre en kosihwe aban no pursue fiscal consolidation aban ne di nyoma bebre gu akwan kama making sure say obe lower ne budget deficit now at least no wetimi make in some 64 billion from the expenditures na and then aban ne ye kwame ye hwe ye expenditure measures na aban no a reduction in the threshold of earmark funds from 25% to 17.5%. That is going to save money for Ghana. Again, aban no so no making sure say or ye cut in discretionary spending 30% of all ministries, state-owned enterprises, MMDs or market ya tiso ni na service kama aban no. Again so no aban no even in those difficulties public sector workers in the midst of rising living condition aban kwa some more 30% cushioning na umpewe then ape again kran so no aban the ban at one because fuel ebeye issues are you consuming more higher no aban na beto say V8 usages ni we ni na no ya hold on ne crack ni say em say Ghana for ya ni refi ye pe alternative government any enu aban yo ye okrom hanum say e no mu inflate contract bo ye okrom hanum say contract na ne value eye 220 million omo de beto Ghana for him say 600 million the difference of 360 million away see e bedi hu ejuma ye branded buses 116 buses and the cost eye 3.6 so it ye alternative government enye de ye nueti ha okeka Ghana for ye meye refi asem aban no na making sure say jumo die bia no the benefit Ghana for ye botomu beye den ebe kama ye making sure say inflation e ba for ma sikaka ukra sidika kebia okoduma betimi atonyo ma bebre na fe ye won ye hia e do an ye hwehwe ne bia
medase Julius Zuma no represent MPP answer ye be kono yenko messages awodo eye B2 was it na dia sere kwakwa sem no we comedy that obuza jima Lydia Boekwe was it nasika no wen question obuza no and Don Ricardo brafom na said be ya mehu biem na mehu messages ni nyina na yengenka ansa na dwumadi na bana wie ye mehu Don Ricardo message was it ye which was we dry pa wonya na dia na mamfo burunua wo burunua za no Lydia Boekwe say because they are living good and enjoying life to the fullest. Enti na wakasa sa no. Obi so se wonde ani wusem na wo ye. And afenso Sandra Wampa was a jale MVP man with twa tropa. Enti troben we twa na mpese mi hu no. And Don Ricardo was say Ghana youth monsori mamo my Ghana. And on asema no so e dia beto Lydia so sabai was say Kufuado and his MPP family and friends government are very happy the way we are suffering in Ghana. Hana yede Friday debate no ebesi ya fun form ene anopay ene fia day with Dwabo Ase Power 97.9 and komoni nyina yede abramo de ekoso Nigeria ya pom honde hunsem komo yede abramo politics kakra economy kakra some me and then the last Friday of the month sweeter than Yami Adma Jwada Ebesia Ajiba nie power nie blow your meter or the power mid morning Ebremus is here menko baby and be fly you